Hello there. Welcome to my stream. My name is Nick, and welcome. And today we are going to be playing session 6 of Age of Titans, my high-level mini campaign where our players will hopefully not die against the evil god of death that is Orcus. But before we start, I must already there's already a hydrate redeem, so I'll just have a sip. Starting strong. Before we start, I would like to say a couple of things. So all combat maps that you will see in my stream are made using assets by Forgotten Adventurers, and all monster tokens are also made by Forgotten Adventurers. A link to their Patreon will be in the description when I upload this on YouTube. So if y'all would like to spice up your online game, you can go and check them out. And now, as we hop into the game, I will offer a short recap because it has been a month since we played this game. So last time, after Hots returned from the island of the lair of Valkana, they went and have a discussion with Empress Laurelin at the Palace of Glass with representatives from some of the other major nations in Auris in order to discuss what to do about the threat of Orcus. And after a discussion, they've decided to go along with Empress Laurelin's plan in order to facilitate a Godsmoot where they will gather all of the gods throughout Auris in order to meet up to discuss of a way in order to defeat Orcus. And Laurelin then told you all that the Godsmoot will be held at the Krisai Sanctum in Comus Woods, which is next to the Golden City, and also very close to where Adair lives. And she said that it will happen in 2 weeks' time. So, we are jumping into the session. So you all currently have 2 weeks in order to do whatever you need to do before things happen. So, what would you all like to do?
Okay, wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Do we have 2 weeks like in real time?
No, not in real time. In game time.
Okay, can I grind for like 2 weeks?
I mean, what? No, not. This isn't a JRPG. But what is the equivalent of grinding? Would you be doing?
I don't know. But can we kill like a lot of like mind flayers?
Well, we do have a ziggurat that's being spawned.
Yes, and there is a fantasy version of a police tape that says keep out around this massive ziggurat. So no one is allowed to enter it currently as Empress Laurelin sends her experts in order to investigate this randomly homegrown building from 2 magical beings.
Oh no.
Okay, let's plant another one. If we end up making another ziggurat, let's explore it and get levels.
No, I mean, we'll see. But anyway, is there anything the rest of you would like to do?
I don't know. Plant the remaining beans.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Why not? Roll
Oh,
outside the city. This will be outside the city. No beans will be
Is it-
planted inside.
I was about to say, this is very far away from the ziggurat, right?
Yes. Might as well.
Huh?
26, 73, 98.
Okay, tell me what they do.
Immobile stone statue. 2 immobile stone statue. And a fruit tree.
And a foot tree.
A fruit tree.
What's a
Okay.
fruit tree? Isn't it?
Oh.
I feel like that's something beneficial.
Okay. Okay, so you plant your beans and 2 floating
me just-
stones pop up of the ground like I don't know, like animals that pop up from the ground. I forgot what they're called. And then a tree come up that is it doesn't state what kind of fruit tree it is, right?
Uh, each of the fruit is like each of the 22 fruit is a magical potion.
Oh.
Oh.
That does what?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Interesting.
I can just copy the description. Oh, there you go. Never mind.
Okay, let me see. A fruit tree acts as an ingested poison of the GM's choice.
Does it say potion?
No, it says poison. Very big difference between potion and poison. It is good that this is noted before people start consuming that tree.
only 1 out of 22 is is poison.
I mean, can someone detect poison beforehand?
Hmm.
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 I mean, while you're all thinking about that, Adair, you said that you have something you would like to do.
Okay, well, let's take the easy one out. How much is the scroll of Shield of Faith?
Okay, Shield of Faith is a first level spell, right?
Yes, it's a bonus action first level spell.
Okay, so that should be 1,000 gold, I think. If I,
Okay. How much money do I have?
I mean, you are stacked.
I'm. I have 500. I have to. Oh fuck! I had to convert that. Okay. How much that is? 500 plat into gold. Is how much again?
No, actually, not 1,000. It's 100 gold. I forgot. First level
Oh!
spell.
How much? Okay. Then I think it's easy for me. To convert. D&D plat. Okay, one plat's 10 gold. Okay. Can I get? I guess 8 scrolls of it, and that's how much in total.
Okay, so you spent 800 gold to retrieve 8 Shield of Faith scrolls.
Okay, 8 Shield of Faith. Okay. That's 800 gold. Later deduct because I might be spending more.
Okay.
8. Uh. Am I allowed to talk to the Archmage? Illustra. Oh, am I pronouncing it right? Illustra. Ilfiltra.
Isilra.
Okay, there you go. Illustra.
Okay, so if you want to talk to her, you will need to talk to her. This will be during the first 2 days because she's planning to leave on the 3rd day.
Oh, that.
Yeah, like because she is not from Auris, she lives in Fandalir, which is another continent to the west.
Okay, so I'm okay. Definitely, I'll have to talk to her before she leaves.
All right, yeah. So
How
you
convenient that she's leaving.
yeah, but yep, convenient. But yeah, you can find her easily enough. She spends most of her time at the Palace of Glass. So you just ask around some of the servants about, and you eventually find her. She's like sort of like lounging in one of the waiting chambers, and sort of like taking in the sights because she's
Basically-
rarely here.
Okay. Basically, what I wanted to ask is about like, because we don't have much information about how her people does magic. So I was thinking maybe I want to ask her about it, especially the teleportation magic, and
Oh,
especially me being the horizon walker. So yeah, I'm kind of interested.
okay. Yeah, so you sort of talk to her, and she will actually make an Arcana check to see if you understand what she's saying. She's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you're interested in
Nat
how."
one. Here we go.
So you know those scenes that usually happen in like action movies where like sci-fi post-apocalyptic shows, and you have that scientist figure that is like talking quantum physics, and then the main character's like, "Speak English, damn it!" That is you right now.
Yeah, that's me.
Yes. So she explained to you, and I would say that I mean you're not an idiot, so you can understand some of what she's saying. So, and the thing that you picked up is that the source of magic for the people in Fandalir is different from Auris, because Auris, your magic comes from the gods, and from
That one I know.
yeah. But in Fandalir, the people of Fandalir, they actually did not have magic. They are among the people that left Auris and from the other continents during the event of the Sundering. So they were not empowered by the gods to fight in the war at that time. So they have no magic. Instead, they received their magic from a different source, from a sort of like a mortal being that came from the Fey realms, a human that was adopted by the Fey and lived there. Then they came to Fandalir, and then she gave the mortals of Fandalir the gift of magic.
So it's closely Fey magic then.
Yeah, in a way it's Fey magic, but in another way it is imbued in them. So it is meaning the people of Fandalir received their magic about maybe like 100 to 200 years after the people of Auris received theirs.
Hmm.
Yeah, so and you gather that this is probably why their magic worked the way it did versus yours.
Okay. interesting is if it. Part of me wants to like pop up Sylvaska in case like, hey, this if you want to learn more about this type of magic, you want to talk to her. But I think she'll be very angry if I
I,
wouldn't do that.
I mean, you never know. Okay, but yeah, is there
Okay.
anything else you would like to do?
Random. I'm gonna ask a random question. Do you want to talk to Sylvaska, my beholder?
As you said that, she sort of like frowns a bit. I'm sorry, a beholder. You have one on your person.
Yes. Wait, does she? I'm assuming she knows what the beholder is.
Oh yeah, I know of beholder. I've never met one before. They're kind of rare. Frankly, I'm surprised you have one in your pocket.
Slowly pick up my bottle. Uncorks it. Come on. Sylvaska.
And she goes, "Oh my word, that's incredible!" And this Zaska is like, "I see you." I forgot his voice. What does he sound like?
You actually had it. You had it.
Oh dear
Both of us
Adair,
anyway.
you've summoned me again. What do you need?
You said that you don't have much knowledge on what's Illustrash from again? Not from Auris. I know she's not from Auris. What she's from again? Fandelier?
Yeah, Fandelier.
Do you want to ask her anything? That she's here?
Oh, a denizen from Fandelier, are you? All of his eyes turn towards Isilra. And said, "Oh, well, yes. Fascinating. Tell me, do you speak the language of my people?" And then Isilra is like, "You mean?" And then she starts speaking in another language. "Oh, it's so good to be able to speak to another of my equal. No offense to you, of course, Adair. You are sweet in your own way." One eye turns towards you.
Okay.
And-
I just blink. Oh no.
Yeah, and then Sildaska starts talking to Isilra in deep speech.
Oh, so that's what they're speaking. Deep speech. I know deep speech. Hold on.
Oh, you know deep speech?
Deep speech is what? Fiend? Is it fiend? No, wait, it's not fiend.
No, Sphene is abyssal and infernal.
Undead, fiend, and beast language is
Oh,
abyssal. Nope. Okay, no.
yeah. So yeah, they are now talking in another language. You can see, like, in the beginning, Isilra is a bit, like, wary. But as the conversation goes, she starts to get really into it. At some point, they're, like, debating over something. And Sildaska is also getting really into it as well. And you are completely ignored.
I mean, I will keep. I'll keep track. But I will have to. I also have to keep track when it's close to an hour. I have to put him back in the bottle.
Okay. Alright, so you do that. And now we shall move on to Atri. What are you doing during the 2 weeks?
Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, it can be
I'm-
nothing as well. It's up to you.
I just how to say, help back whatever that needs to be done that I was missing for a while.
Oh,
To do back whatever that to help the drum do something, all the things that I need to do because I've been on a long journey before.
so you're basically
So whatever
you're wrapping up all of the, so to speak, your job basically as a retainer to Salvira, is it?
Yes, because everything has been backlogged. So yes, I'll be working my ass off.
Okay, easy enough. So you're like sort of like getting into the backlog, like because your job here is to help Salvira with their cultic problems. And as you're like going through the backlog, you notice that there has actually been quite a number of them that has been happening over the course of the month. But strangely enough, most of them disappeared about 2 weeks ago. Like they just ended. Like there are like sightings of like various sometimes these people, they like to go and like do like basically snake oil pyramid scheme type of like convincing people to join them. And those are usually like the low level threats that can potentially become big after a while. But for this particular instance, like 2 weeks ago, every single one of them just stopped. Like it went from like maybe like 2 to 3 incidents per day to like nothing overnight. And you find that extremely strange for you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I just realized
mean-
Leonard is here. Hello there.
Hello, I'm so sorry. I got held up by the cops.
Oh, what?
Ah,
Okay.
Now it's Chinese New Year, it's expected.
Okay.
oh.
Well, so long as you're not like imprisoned, that is
Oh,
the good
that's
thing.
one other day.
Yeah. Okay. So, Atri, just make a general investigation check to see what you find out. As you're like sort of like clearing through your backlog of cultic activities.
It didn't show. Okay.
No, just tell me what you rolled.
I roll 18. Oh no, plus 1, 19.
Oh, damn. All right. So, as you're like researching and
Oh, yeah.
a lot
please
of
roll.
it, like most of these cults, they're like of minor demon gods that have been like steadily on the rise. But as you're like, sort of looking, like I would say that at some point during the week, you sort of like go out personally in order to investigate some of these. Like some of these people are detained, and you just interrogate them for information, and you discover that most of these people that claim to be members of cults from minor demon gods, you realize that they are not. They are sleeper agents or infiltrators from the cult of the Lamb, which is another word for Orcus's cult. And from that information, you realize that Orcus's worshippers have been steadily infiltrating some of the other demonic cults and sort of like from the inside turning them to the worship of the Deathless Lord, but through proxies, through different names. What do you do with this information?
Kize is here, right? It's still in the place where you're at, right?
You mean Adair?
Oh yeah, I there.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean all of you. This
Adair is that's right.
yeah, this is all taking place over the course of the entire 2 week, not like a single day. So yeah, you can find Adair easy enough.
Okay, what now?
Okay. I find Adair on my free time, and then I kind of like told her or him about it.
Okay, so Adair, you know what A3 finds out about these infiltrator cults.
Oh, oh no.
I have no one to tell. Only you.
I was like, I'm glad that
Drinking
you asked
our
me.
beer.
I was like, I'm glad that you asked me, but I'm at the same time, what can I do?
Nah, more like I'm telling you because I need a friend. I need a friend.
Okay,
Well.
Drinking.
I convert 80 cents. Oh, okay,
I'm
yeah,
so
yeah.
stressed.
You're
Nice.
doing a great job.
Keep up the
Thank you
good
for-
work. The 2 thumbs up. The corporate
like that.
posters.
No, I rub her back and pat her back. It's like, you're doing a great job. We appreciate your hard work. It's like, good work of finding the mole. And now,
One
and
thing-
now the situation is super bad.
It's like I feel like killing myself, but I'm immune to poison.
Oh.
No, let's not do that. Hold on. Do you want to drink on your problems away?
Oh yes, please.
Isn't
Okay.
I can't get drunk.
Isn't Adair underage?
No, I'm 20. I'm 20. What am I? 24.
I mean, 24 is
hell.
underage for half elf. No, I'm just kidding. You can drink. I'm not gonna card
think-
you.
I mean, I already drank, so I mean,
Yeah.
either way, I already drank two cups of the finest brew that she has in her room.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, so the 2 of you drink your problems away during the 2 weeks that you're all in after learning this. I'll just say that I mean it's easy enough for you A3 to sort of like send some of your agents to sort of like try to root out some of these problems, but it is very ingrained into some of these cults now. Like you do not know which ones are because not all demon cults are inherently evil. Just like not all demons are inherently evil. But it is just so many of them that are being flipped right now.
I will also tell her if you need my help, like I can send like my familiars, my Pat's over if you need help, and also you have Sylvester, so you can use him if you need it.
Yep.
To do whatever you need before. And I also told her like I am planning to leave early because since the Godsmoot's near, conveniently near my home, I might thinking of leaving early to prepare.
Mm,
I have not told anybody yet, but you're the first to know.
good to know. Do I know where this cultists come from? The Auris one. Can I pinpoint where they are? Like,
Oh,
where do they come from?
they come from
Do I
all
know
over.
where?
They have you do not know where specifically, like sort of their headquarters, so to speak, but they have cells all throughout Auris. Small cells scattered throughout with like sort of like maybe you've cleared some of these cells before, and they usually have about a dozen members at the most, in order to prevent just what you are trying to do from rooting them out in one fell swoop.
Mm.
John, what are you doing, bro?
But yes, that is what has been happening in the background as you during the times that you were all dealing with a dragon attack and a mysterious island.
Have you reported this to Empress Lauren? No.
Yeah, I'm gonna report it because it's very important.
Okay, yeah, you reported to her, and she's like, yes, that is certainly a problem, but tell me, Atri, at this point in time, do you think that rooting them out will aid us in defeating our enemy?
I feel like I mean, didn't okay? Wait, no, I should not be meta the game. I keep going. I feel like that is a religions check, if anything.
Oh, what are you trying to find out?
Because correct me if I'm wrong, but usually followers is the one that help the gods go stronger, right?
Yeah, the more worshippers God have, the more
Yeah.
powerful they become.
So technically, if you lessen the worshippers, shouldn't the god power be less?
Because they thrive on that, right?
Yeah, that's why
They
I'm
go and
like,
thrive on that.
That is true, but we must remember that the Deathless One is different from the others. Not only is he fueled by worshippers, he is also fueled by the souls of the dead that goes to his realm when they perish. Such is the power that demon gods have over their celestial counterpart. But there is some merit to what you are saying. Atri, if you can, assign some of your agents in order to clear out some of these cells. But understand that in order to prevent their worship, they should not be captured, they should be killed. Now, I usually condemn such actions, but in our current situation, perhaps a heavier hand might be needed. What say you?
But if we kill them, their soul will go to wherever that they are going, right?
Wait,
unless we brainwash them.
No, I prefer not killing them but cut off their tongues.
make a
But
persuasion check as you recommend this ghastly solution.
No.
And Laurelin sort of looks at you and is like, we'll detain them for now in magic nullifying chambers. Perhaps that is enough to cut off their connection to their god. Let's not resort to mutilation just yet.
I wish we could charm them or brainwash them or something.
They just want to kill them, but the Empress want to kill them. But mutilation.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
maybe
look, it's a level of, it depends on, it's in the list of war crimes, mutilation and torture tends to rank above murder in most cases. But that's just the Empress's opinion. Can we form a union?
I I can't persuade her, so it's okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
mean,
we can.
we cannot. I mean, there's other instead since we cannot mutilate them. There's always like other things like put them to sleep.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah, we can. We can.
They can't do anything if they're like
We
sleep
can
for
drug them.
I
Yeah,
don't know
sure.
days, months.
All right.
We can drug them.
Yeah, it's something like as long it's to stop them from praying to their god.
I mean, there is no Geneva Convention in this world, so I suppose what you're saying can be legal. So she's like, do what needs to be done. Just remember not to cross any lines that might backfire on us once the dust settles. If the dust settles.
Just
Yeah, that's
capture
the big
person.
if is a huge
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Since I'm there with Empress Laura, I want to ask: Is it okay? Is it possible for me to leave early? I mean, to because I think I would like to help my parents prepare for the Godsmoot, since you are preparing at that place that's near my parents' place
Of
and the
course.
place. Yeah, okay, got it. Thanks.
All right. And form a union. The Union for the Rights of Demonic Cults. That is what we'll call it. But anyway, all right.
Wow.
So, Sven. No, what? Oh yeah, you said you're grinding. I'll just say that you are repairing.
Oh, I actually thought of something better to do.
Oh yes.
Okay, I will embark on a very personal mission, across the land, across the land of Auris to moisturize, the paws of every stray cat I see.
Sure. Roll a d100, I suppose.
A D100.
Yeah. Because remember, Auris is a big place. You cannot possibly cover the entire land in 2 weeks. So this is just to see how many cats
true.
you are able to
He
moisturize.
does have a Gundam.
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
been having a Gundam.
Yeah, but 40 feet of movement, I think.
How do I
I
roll a
think we can-
D100?
I'll,
let's see.
I'll roll for you if you can't. There you go.
40.
Okay, so you managed to moisturize 40% of the cat population in Auris. Their paws are of a fragrance that no one has ever seen before. Cat adoption has risen like through the roof over the 2 weeks that you spent journeying throughout the land.
Yes.
For 2
perfect.
weeks, basically, before he needs to go to the Godsmoot.
Yeah.
Can I send Raikat to and Helvion to go and clear out the cultists?
Oh, do you
I'm
two?
busy picking fruits.
I mean, that's
You're
just
busy
that's one day.
No, because wait. The fruit is poison, right?
One
Not
Only
all,
one of
one
them.
is
only one
poison.
of them.
There
Oh,
is
okay.
5 magical fruit, while one of the 5 is poison.
Okay. I won't tell you what each of the fruit does until you consume them. So, Russian roulette.
Alright.
Okay.
Question is how many fruit he actually gets because it's 1d10 plus 20.
I think he rolled for 22.
5. No,
So he
I
got-
get 32 fruits, but only 5 of them is what?
Ah.
Magical.
Okay, so you have 5
And-
magical fruit, one of which is
Out of
poisonous.
the 5, yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Okay, so Rykard and Halbjorn, are approached by A3 for this mission. Do you two accept?
So I get paid.
I mean, you're basically on retainer to A3. I'll say that you receive a stipend.
Oh, what?
A stipend,
My-
like 100 gold
You
pieces.
got money. You got money.
Yes,
100
there's
gold per
money.
cultist?
Yeah.
100 per cultist or what?
100 per cell. Per cultist cell that you
Oh.
clear.
All right.
No.
Just
How
reunion
about
nights.
100 per cultist?
No. I mean, A3 has final say. She's the one
I
hired.
mean, it's paid by the government, so meh.
Okay, fair enough.
I want it done within 2 weeks, so yeah, it needs to be done.
All right, Halbjorn, are
Hmm.
you agreeing to this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so before you embark, I'll say this happens in the second, like halfway through the first week. Is there anything you would like to do before then?
Halbjorn's probably just like working out the entire 2 weeks, getting ready for the battle.
He's getting ripped.
Yeah.
Okay, easy enough. Oh yeah, just so you know, I think I mentioned last session that your clan is in the city right now, in Zetron.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
yeah,
aiding in the
okay.
repairs. Do you wish to visit them or?
How? Okay, I'm not so sure on my backstory because
Oh, yeah, because-
there wasn't really much that was explained. So what was my relationship with my clan? Was it good or was it like
Okay. From what I remember from MJ when he first gave me, from what I understand, your parents are dead from battle back in your land. You
Okay.
have a sister named Halbera Kalindoter. Both you
Okay.
and her eventually joined the Broken Tusks, led by Chief Belik Bagorson, to come to Auris in order. Originally, you all arrive as raiders, but then once you take in the land, you all decide to quote unquote go local and become like a roaming mercenary band. Then you decided to leave to find yourself, and you haven't you haven't like visited them again since.
But what was my relationship? Was it like good or just like
Yeah,
not that great before?
yeah. Your relationship, I would say, is like quite amiable with the rest of the Broken Tusk.
Okay, then I would probably just like show up and see like how they're doing.
All right, yeah. So
Yeah.
currently they're like helping with like I said, the repairs of Zetrum. It's mostly completed, but there are still areas here like they're just like hauling materials here and there. And as you like sort of like head towards the area, some of the members of the Brocatus sees you. They're like, "Ah, Helbjorn, it's been a while. Why haven't you come to visit us, eh?"
Well, I've been on an adventure. What's this guy's name again?
We'll say his name is
Rob.
Vaga. Vaga the Ripper.
Vaga. Vaga. Long time.
Oh, yeah.
Completely forgot about you, but yeah, long time.
It's okay. I have those faces, you know. Blends into the
Yes,
background.
yes. How is the clan?
Oh, can't complain. But, you might want to look for your sister. I believe she has something she needs to tell you about what we're going to plan. I don't feel like it's my place to tell you.
Oh, is she here as well?
Oh, she's right there. He points across the road, and you can see your sister Halbera. She's like you, basically, like really tall, ripped. Except she uses a halberd instead of a great sword, and she has like this long mane of hair with braids interwoven, and she's like carting like construction material. I forgot what they're called. Those beams, wooden beams. Yeah, she's just like carting a wooden beam about.
Okay, I'll go say hi to her then.
All right.
Good looking out. Take care of yourself.
Ah, you too. He gives you a punch on the shoulder and he returns to whatever he's doing. And as you approach Halbera, she turns towards you and a smile breaks out on her face. Ah, Helbion.
Ah, my dear sister, long time it has been.
Yes, come, sit. And she drops the wooden beam and she pulls out a flask from her hip and pours you a glass. Here you go. I'm sure you miss our brew, eh?
Yes. I cannot get enough of this.
So, I've been hearing a lot of news about you traveling around. Dragon attack, eh? I'm sad I missed it.
Yes, that was a certain event that ended really terribly for everybody on this land.
Yes, yeah, that's why we're here. Chief Belek knows that you have an affinity for this city, so when we heard that it was destroyed, he ordered us to come here to offer whatever aid we can.
He also mentioned that you had a plan or something.
Yes. Yeah, you have been out of touch with us. So, and at this point she sort of like gets a bit more serious. So, we've been planning. There's been a preparation going on by the chief. We are planning to leave Auris soon. He believes that our time in this place is coming to an end. We are raiders, we are explorers, and we've stayed in this continent for much too long. Our longships have been delivered to Port Strum, and we plan to leave in 3 weeks. Will you be there?
Leave where exactly?
We intend to head west. We've heard of this continent called Fandelier. Apparently, it is a land devoid of the gods that walks among the people here. A land where magic works in strange ways, where ancient beings and beasts prowls their forests and mountains. We believe they could make for an interesting challenge for us, eh?
That certainly sounds interesting. Fandelier is the one that there was a guy that came from Fandelier,
Yeah,
right? He was
yeah, the archmage that Adair talked to earlier just now.
right. He's the one that has like magical connections without the use of gods or something, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, got it. So basically we're going. She's telling me that they're sailing to their land, basically,
Yeah.
to invade or to assimilate. what's the
As you
what's the protocol here?
As you say that, Halbera sort of laughs a bit. Well, that depends on whether the people there are strong enough to warrant us not. No, I'm just kidding. We're just going there to visit. I believe our days of raiding is behind us.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
But you're planning to move the entire clan and stay there.
Stay. We don't believe that we'll stay there as long as we did Auris, but, you know, we're explorers. Out to visit new lands and bring back news back to our people. My god, her accent changes every time I open my mouth.
You're doing great.
And truth be told, I am getting a bit tired of these godly people. It's time to visit a land where the people make their own choices.
Well, I certainly agree with that. We recently were in a very heated discussion the other day, me and my companions. Their over reliance on the gods is something that I personally also cannot full heartedly accept, however. It is the way that this works in this land, so I will just follow what needs to be done.
But you have been traveling with these people for years now. Do you intend to stay with them after all is said and done, or will you come back to us?
My home is with my people. That's always been the case. So wherever my clan decides to go, that's where I will go to.
Good. And she gives you a pat on the back, and then she chugs her brew alongside you, and you spend the rest of the day drinking and get a bit drunk and rowdy with your people, throw a few punches, break a couple of stuff, but, you know, nothing that's not repairable. And no one gets injured permanently, so that's the main takeaway.
Are these guys going to be preparing in the battle, or are they just builders?
No, all the entirety of the Broken Tusks are warriors. They're just currently aiding with construction.
Right. Okay.
Oh, who DC?
Wait, come again?
Somebody DC?
What DC?
So, I thought I
Someone
heard
drop
somebody
off the
DC.
call.
Somebody
Yeah.
drop. Oh, there you go.
Wait,
Hello?
wait, did I DC?
Yeah. No?
No.
What? What happened?
I heard somebody DC. That's all.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. No, it's okay. Okay, so after that, you and Rykard will then set off onto your joined journey to root out some of the cells. Atri gives you some information, and just for the purposes of this, this is sort of like, think of this as like a side quest that you
Mission.
do. So either Rykard or Halbjorn, both of you will helm this role. Roll an investigation check with advantage. One of you will say that which one of you will be helping the other get the advantage.
What?
My investigation 0, so you go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so yeah, Rykard make. Okay, so you are, both of you, the
Nice.
unlikely duo of a lizard paladin and a barbarian, just travel through all the different locations that Atri tells you. Like, there is no subterfuge, I'm guessing, for the two of you. You just, like, storm the place.
No, we're not subtle at all. We're just going to break in
Yep.
the door and everything.
Yep, you break in, beat everyone up, and arrest them, and a couple of people escape. Like, I'll say that over the course of the week and a half, you raid 4 different cells across the Suvin Plains and the Verlac hinterlands, and both of you together are able to bring in about 24 cultists, but at least half a dozen of them managed to escape.
Can we keep some to act as speed shield?
As what shield?
Meat shield, human shield, cultist shield.
I mean, yeah, why not? You so that they ended up blasting each other. I'll say like a couple of them die because some of them are like, "You'll never take me alive," and then you have no choice but to kill them as they zap you with like curses and stuff like that.
Mm.
But
So how many meat shield do we get?
like I said, you captured about 24 cultists.
So 2,000 meat shield for the fight.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, spicy.
Okay, and all of these cultists are then brought to A3 for her to do whatever she wants to them.
Sounds so
No, I
vague.
want to bring some
but-
to hell with me.
Ooh.
You can. You choose.
Okay, so A3, what do you do with these prisoners?
I put them to sleep
Okay, make an
with a
arcana.
spell.
Yeah, make an arcana check. Like,
Oh,
I'll say that because technically, this you'll be making a potion, like a magical effect instead of a spell, because you want this to like
Ah.
last, right?
oh,
Oh, yeah, you create a very potent ritual magic. Like, you sort of like enchant a room, you activate the enchantment, everyone inside just falls asleep, and you have like an entire room full of like comatose cultists that are taken out of commission.
I sing a very nice lullaby.
Oh, a lullaby that will haunt their nightmares for like the indeterminate future as you hold them without bail. War crimes no.
Like, no.
It's technically not war crime yet.
Yeah, we're flirting the edge. I mean, there's no Geneva Convention, like I said, so technically any war crime is not a war crime.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, Zero, what are you up to?
Sorry, I kind of like joined late, so I'm not really sure what's
Okay,
happening.
so this is currently the 2 weeks before the Godsmoot begins. So this is just like free roam for all of you to do everything you want to do in the 2 weeks before the Godsmoot happen.
Right. What can I do?
Oh, that's up to you.
Can I just have a vacation or something?
You have
Yeah.
Go to the beach.
Blew me up.
Terrell Bay looks really nice.
you want to go to the beach?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, sure. Roll. What do you even roll for this? Roll performance.
Go.
Beach
Right.
episode. You know
Very
those
nice.
scenes of like
Bikini
David.
time, guys.
You know those scenes of David Hasselhoff running topless with the surfboard. That is Zero right now, but he's smooth metal body, just in you're at the Diamond Coast, I suppose, over there. Which
Oh, I want to go to Terrell Bay. That looks nice.
you're going to Terrell Bay. Okay, easy enough. Yep. A robot goes sunbathing and surfing at Terrell Bay. And I'll just say, for the purposes of your performance check, you get I'll say you get one advantage that you can use at any point in this game.
Oh my god.
So basically, inspiration.
Yeah. I know, he spends 2 weeks going zen, so he is at one with himself.
I'll take it, thanks.
Yeah. All right, and now Dominica, what are you up to?
Well,
Hello.
I heard feet.
Oh God.
Feed on the sleepy victims.
Oh.
wow.
So every night,
Wow.
A3 checks up on them. She leaves, and then at the darkness of the ceiling, you see no one sees this red eyes glow, and then Dominica spider climbs down and begins to feast on these people.
Yeah.
And no
Dominica
one knows.
needs to feed the daughters, right?
Yes. And
Yes.
this is like an all-you-can-eat buffet for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right.
You got 2 dozen.
Yep.
2 dozen of them.
And just for
Yeah.
the purposes of Dominica, so you know that your brother is in the city, right? You will learn over the course of the week that on the 5th day he plans to leave. Like him and his entire entourage plans to leave on the 5th day. And actually, you find out on the day itself, like I'm sure as you've ordered some people to like just watch over him for a bit, and on the 5th day, you receive word from one of these people that's saying, you asked us to come to you if there's any changes. Your brother intends to leave within the hour.
No thanks, thank you.
All right. So, do you allow him to leave or do you confront him?
I allow them to leave.
Okay, interesting. I will make a note of that.
Uh-oh. This will may or not have consequences later down the line.
Yep, telltale game. This action will have consequences.
Alright.
Okay.
We
Is
will
there
remember that?
yeah? Is there anything else Dominica would like to do besides feasting on helpless people?
We're at the Golden City, yes.
No. You're at Zetram.
Zetram.
Yeah, you all will be
I s-
heading close to the Golden City to Comer's Woods, which is where the Krisai Sanctum is.
I see Zetram. I see mountains behind Zetrams.
Yes, that would be the Town Raft Hills. Yep.
On rough hills. So in that case, I'll just go into climb up or fly up.
Okay,
I
I mean, yeah, you have wings. You can fly up there. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, easy enough. Like this is a very long mountain range. None of the peaks ever crest the cloud lines, but they are quite tall. And at a certain altitude, you begin to feel a bit of a chill. But you're dead, so it doesn't really affect you that much. So yeah, you are now soaring above this mountain range. What do you do?
I think all right. So by the time I'll just going to contemplate myself, looking into planning myself, probably meditating.
Oh.
Join me at the beach.
Yeah, you
Alright.
find like a nice little gorge at one of the mountain peaks, and you're able to nuzzle yourself there. There are like a couple of trees and sparse grass. Like there's a bit of like those hardy shrubs that you find like at high altitude about. But you find like a nice little cozy little dell and begin to meditate. What are you meditating on?
I'll probably going to go and look into everything because I feel this might be the final moment, the final preparation before the fight, before everything.
Mm.
There is a chance that I might going to be dead. So I'll probably going to call onto anyone I know. I don't know.
Make
Or Orcus or the Dead King, I don't know. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, just so you know, you do have two different gods
Yeah.
inside you right now, basically. Zarxus and Orthax. So
Be very careful who you call.
yeah. So if you're just calling in general, I would like you to roll a d100 to see who receive your words. Okay.
There you go.
So this is just like a general call out, right?
This is general call. Yeah.
Okay. So as you do that, you meditate. I would say that as it takes a while for you to sort of like steady your mind because a lot of things weighs on you. Your contract with Zarxus, what you learn about him, and Orthax's handprint still burns around your forearm. And as you sort of meditate, try to like figure out like a way out of your situation or to come across a solution. You meditate and the sun begins to set. But the darkness grows around you in this dell. The wind blows. The darkness grows. So you've formed a oath with another god.
Indeed I do. Indeed I am.
Do you
I stand for you.
wish to buy me after all I've done for you?
Look, veteran. I believe you do know. I believe that you know everything that I'm about to plan. So, is there? I would like to ask you a very very simple one. Is there anything better that you can offer to me than the other gods?
You grow arrogant in your power. Do you think this half god can protect you? When all fall to ruin, he will abandon you. Once he faces the might of the Deathless One, for that is the one being he fears most. He will betray you, but I won't. I will stand by your side so long as you aid me in dethroning my brother. What do you ask for? What do you seek?
Sounds to me that you have a propositions, something that you might going to offer, or may going to offer. What are the things that you might going to offer aside from being a god?
Make a persuasion check. Whoa!
Wow! Wow! Wow!
You can
Nice
feel
one.
you can feel the darkness encompassing you beat almost like a heartbeat. And then you hear the voice again. And this actually prompts you to open your eyes. And as you do, you realize that at some point during your meditation you have found yourself turned towards the corner of the dell where the mountain continues up towards this peak, like this dark corner, and you can see the darkness has actually swelled up along the edges almost as if a void is there. And as you peek in, you see the desiccated husk silhouetted in the darkness, of which you can see the various stalagmites and stalactites that fill the dark realm of Orthax. And you can see his bald head, his sunken uh eyeless sockets, his slack jaw with gaped pointed teeth hanging. He's almost like a marionette with his strings loosened and it dangles and his body twists. And you can hear and you see one hand sort of like reaches towards and he'll go,
To be a god is to receive power, yes, but you will be bound to the worshippers that believe in you and the domain you shackle yourself to. I will offer you something better. I will offer you power without the curse of God, so that you can be free and not subject to the whims of petty mortals and their ever-shifting mind. Do you accept?
And interesting propositions. But it is something that I would look into.
The time
A propositions of being a god, or a propositions of being a power without any bounds, or with phrases. Decisions.
make your Make up your mind. The time for a decision draws close.
And with that, the darkness retreats. And the corner is now just a corner, and the encompassing darkness fades away, and it is nighttime.
And I just fly away.
Back to the city.
Feed some
Yep.
myself
Be
first.
someone.
Look. We have someone as David Hasselhoff at the beach, and after that we have another Twilight over here. Situation.
Oh, Mossy Forest, thank you for the bits. And so with that, I think Adair, you said you have something else you want to do, right?
Okay, can we go back to the part where we're with Empress Laura? Because I want to ask for her opinion on whether or not
Okay.
the Godsmoot would actually work.
Okay. We press the grab, and then you are now back in the throne room with Empress Laurelin.
Yeah. Empress Laura, honestly, I would like to ask, do you actually think the Godsmoot will work?
It is our only play. The gods was the one to defeat all. She will not say Orcus to defeat the Deathless One centuries ago. I do not see why they cannot do so again.
Just can I insight that she actually believes it, or she just have to believe it?
Roll.
There's nothing else.
Okay, roll insight.
Cause come on, roll 20. Don't like on me, please.
Oh, thank you, Bossy. I try. My voice hurts a bit, but thank you for the hydrate, Champak. Okay, so with an 18, you look into did not really look into her mind, try to see, and she is a champion of oh god, what's her name? No, not Selenia, of Stella, and her family line is the chosen of Selenia. In all her life, generations of her family have been dedicated to the gods. She believes in their power, and with your 18, you do feel like she believes that the gods can overthrow Orcus, but there is doubt. Because even you also grow up in a fairly religious household. You know that in the centuries since the Sundering, the gods and their connection, ever since it happened, the planes were shattered. Their voices has dimmed. As you know, Sol Leona, after Selenia's death, she's gone into mourning, and she has been in mourning for centuries. Her worshippers, the people of the Golden City, have not heard her voices in those centuries, beyond a handful of visions and prophecies. The gods are scattered, both literally and figuratively. And you feel that some of her doubt doesn't come from the power of the gods, but rather whether the gods, when the time comes, would stand together to face this threat.
I also kind of believe that Sol Leona is not going to help us this time, because especially since they have not heard from her for so long, etc., etc.
Yes.
But the fact that she also have doubts on this, okay, so she's being realistic as well. But I'm not gonna press it on because I think that might provoke her.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's more like this has to work. Otherwise, we have to resort to coin flip chances that if it fails, then everything dies.
Well, this is why we have Plan B.
Yep.
In case the Godsmoots fail.
Yeah, and that Plan B is what she fears, because that is, to her, that is a huge coin flip. Wow, you are gleaning a lot of information into this. That's all you know. I have said too much.
Yeah. Does she know that if Orcus comes back, the first thing he will attack is the city of the undead, which is Dressmere, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Dressmere?
Yeah. Wait, Dominica, did you tell the people this, your party this, that you feel that Orcus will attack Dressmere if he invades personally? Because I think you are the only one that knows this, because Xarxus tells you about this.
I'm trying to remember during the heated okay, there you go. Because during the heated argument, I don't remember much about the heated argument, so I think she did mention it right during the heated argument.
Yeah, I feel like he did. Yeah, we'll say Dominica did, so you will know.
So did Empress Laura knows, or should I tell her then? That's the case.
Yeah, I'll say that she was not told by you all, but you can mention it.
Okay, I'm gonna mention it because because this is preparation for Plan B. In case Plan A fails, but if the Lord Arcus does come back, he will attack Dresmere and then go after the theocracy and all the other cities, and then that's basically his game plan. So
You say that she will. Sorry, Franz. Why would he do that? Dresmere is. I understand that Dresmere is a city of the undead, but the undead quality of that the Deathless One himself can manufacture will be infinitely more useful than those from Dresmere. Remember, she does not know that Xarxus is a god.
Then I would just say that I don't know, but based on the intel that Lady Dominica has told us, there must be something in Dresmere that for must be some good reason for God Orcus going after it.
I will say that you do not say Orcus because that would be invoking him.
Yeah, I know. I will not. The Lord of the Undead,
Okay.
the Death God. There you go. Okay,
Okay.
let's go with that.
And you trust Dominica in this instance?
There was a time when we were having a heated discussion where she actually did break character, like when she's very desperate, which never happens throughout the whole time we were eventually together. So I can tell that there's something going on that she's not telling us, but I can tell that she's telling the truth.
All right. I will take that under advisement. Thank you for informing me of this.
And I guess I should prepare to leave for the gods. I mean, that place where the gods was going to happen.
All right. How early are you leaving towards it?
With all the shenanigans I've been doing, I've been buying the scrolls, talking to Empress Laura, and talking to the Archmage Elistra.
Asilra.
That'll take Isilra. I don't know why I must have wrote it wrong.
Elistra is a canon character trademark. I cannot use that name. But
oh, really? Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm going to say the Archmage then. Of Thandelier. That's much easier for me to remember. Of all the things I've been doing, it takes about like how many days?
I'll say it'll take you like about 4 or 5 days.
All right, then I will leave. Before that, I guess I'll buy very sweets because I remember in my bag right now is the sweets that we got during the first campaign. I think it's already rotten at this point.
I mean, the candy should not rot? Question mark. I don't know. I don't know how candy works.
I put it in the bag of holding.
Okay, yeah, then it should not rot, I think.
Okay, then I'm going to buy it. I don't think I need to buy anything, and I'm just gonna prepare and make my way back home.
All right. So, are any of you following Adair early, or are the rest of you just gonna arrive at the fortnight?
Fortnite, I love that game.
Here's the thing, though. I think I won't tell anybody. I mean, on second time, I'll tell them.
Okay. Yes. So
I was only tempted to only tell A3 and Dominica only.
All right.
But I'm like, that's not a team player. Let's be a team player here.
All right. So, So the rest of you are informed of Adair's intent to leave a week early to Comer's Woods. Do the rest of you follow, or do you all still have other stuff you wanna? Oh yeah. I would say Helbio and Rykard cannot because they are currently out cultist slaying.
David Hasselhoff follows. Yeah.
Metal Hasselhoff. All right. What about you, A3 and Dominica? And Sven as well. Are you all following early? Oh no, wait. Sven is off cat polishing, so.
Yeah, man. 2 weeks. I need to it's for my mental health, all right?
Okay, understandable. But yeah, so A3 and Dominica, do you follow early?
Yeah.
Can.
Oh.
Meow meow.
All right. So
Hello, meow,
with
meow.
that, Adair A3 and Dominica, and Zero as well. The four of you set off towards Comer's Woods early and make the trek. I'll say it takes you about 2 days to get there, following along the roads of. Need to zoom in. It's too far and blurred. The crooked road up to Dawn Mother's Path towards the Vongan Mountain where the Golden City is nestled.
Well, we have our own mount, so we can get there in no time.
Yeah, that's why it only took like 2 days. Oh yeah, it'll take a day. Yeah, you have your mounts.
I got my broom.
And also, I think one of you have a flying broom.
Me.
Yep. Yeah, you and begin to fly. And as you all approach, going over the river and over the mountain, the Golden City comes into view, and you can see that it is this very majestic and opulent city with like pure white walls. Like the entire place seems to be like just built out of like white stone, and it is accented with like gold and red throughout. Like most of the building, it has a very Roman aesthetics to it, you know, with the round roofs and a lot of those like pillars, those like crenellated pillars throughout with stone slabs. And at the center, you can see like there's the massive cathedral where the Golden Dawn, the main religion, and the council work out of. But that is not where you are going. You fly past the Golden City and land on the southern edge of Comer's Woods and follow a small path into it that leads to Adair's home. And as you are all about to reach it, we will take a short 5-minute break as we approach the second half of this session. So I will see you all back here in 5 minutes.
What? That was sudden.
All right, we are back. And so for the purpose of this, we have some development from one of my players. So before we go back to Adair and the others arriving at Adair's home, so Sven, you said that you would like to look into your mecha and try to figure out the self-destruct code, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll say that this will take a general intelligence check.
Oh hell no! So I just roll intelligence.
Yeah, just roll intelligence. You're a wizard, you should have high for that
Yeah, I was
stat.
gonna say, aren't you a wizard?
Yeah.
Wait, why isn't it showing up? Okay, do I restart my D&D Beyond?
If it doesn't show, just tell me what you roll.
Yeah, I rolled an 11.
Okay. Okay, so you are looking into it. You sort of like somehow within your steel magic powered heart, you felt a disturbance and you want something as a last resort should things go wrong. And so you begin to look into this mecha that you constructed in a spur of like brilliance, so to speak. Like it came to you. It just hits you at some point and you couldn't get it out of your head, and so you constructed this mecha. You do not know where the inspiration comes from. You don't know where the idea comes from. Something like this has never existed before. But you also know that it is powered by really strong magic that you infuse into the mecha. It's self-sustaining. You do not need to charge it. And so you're trying to figure out if there's a way to detonate the power that you infused into this mecha. And with your 11 roll, I'll say that you are able to figure it out. But when the time comes, you might need to perform some extra steps for it to go boom instead of just spending 3 actions. Because the 3 actions you spend is just there. Like, you're basically wasting 3 actions to do it, but for this, you can potentially detonate it faster if you do certain actions correctly.
Okay, so like QTEs.
Yes,
Alright.
so to speak.
Okay.
And so you are able to figure out how to do it. And with that, like this just happens, like, you know, one of those scenes like from Iron Man, as opposed to you just cut to, you have a montage of you building and going through your mecha, and eventually you went Eureka! That's how you do it, and you have the knowledge in your head. And now we cut back to our quartet that has just arrived at Comus Wood. You all follow the path from the southern edge of the forest into it, this nicely paved dirt path, and as you step into Comer's Wood, and you feel that it is different from the other forests that you've all been in. There is a richness in the air in Comer's Wood, something magical, something ancient. Even you, Zero, as an automaton, you can feel it, like this nourishment inside you from just being here. And also, for the purposes of this, anyone inside this forest have advantage on Constitution saving throws to resist poison or disease. Such is the magic of this forest. But as you walk deeper and deeper into this enchanted woods, you all get, rather, Adair, you feel, the path is familiar to you, and before long, your home comes into view. Describe your home.
Oh my god, I'm scared. Okay, hidden away amidst like all the trees of the wilderness of the forest, lays a very a modest and homely cottage, and going up the path lies wildflowers as far as you can see. And the cottage is surrounded by a white picket fence, and you can feel the charm. And it may look a little bit run down, but it's peaceful and homely. And you can like as the DM said, that it's very, you can feel how the tranquility and how peaceful it is. Yeah, it's like it's home. You literally screams home. Sounds like a smoke. Okay, I tried.
Okay, your entire family is blue now. I don't make the rules.
I will smack you.
Question. Do you inform your family that you're coming early?
Oh, of course.
Okay, good.
That would be very rude if I don't.
Yeah. Okay. So, as you all come upon this magical location, this quaint little cottage here in the middle of the Comer's Woods, you see next to the entrance of the cottage, leaning next to it, arms crossed, is someone who looks almost like Adair's duplicate, but with white hair instead, and dressed in heavy armor. And she's just over there, and you recognize this Adair. This is your sister Eliviel.
Oh no, my sister's gonna kick my ass.
Yeah, and she's like looking at you, brother.
I'm gonna try to hug her.
Okay, so she's still leaning there. You hug her. She remains in that pose. Like you know your sister. She is a bit, not to say standoffish, but not good at showing her emotions.
You just a baby.
Yeah, but she appreciates the hug.
No, I got you sweets. So,
She sort of like looks at it. A bit childish, isn't it? She takes it from your hand, and then she puts it away. I will accept this gift despite its childishness. Welcome home.
Coomer. I roll my eyes.
And then she looks past your shoulders at your companions and goes, and these are Hots, I presume, your friends?
Yes. I introduce one by one. Here's Lady Dominica, and here's Adri, and
Zero.
Zero.
Zero, you take D4 emotional damage as Adair forgets your name.
Sorry. Brain fart.
You see a spark emerge from the side of his skull. And his eye twitches.
Aha.
Oh god, no, a bit of rust grows on his face. So yeah, as you do, she pushes herself off and she steps out. Like you can see, Adair's sister is sort of like almost the complete opposite of Adair. Like she holds herself with a sense of authority that Adair doesn't really have. Like her spine is like really straight, and she looks at you. Welcome to Felmir residence. I hope you enjoy. Well, you won't stay here that long, I assume. Mother and father are already at the sanctum.
Oh.
But I understand that all of you have taken some time to arrive here. So, and then she opens the door. Come in. And you all step inside. And Adair, what is the interior of your cottage like?
I wasn't prepared for that. Standard, standard home. Like there's like a huge living room and with an open kitchen, and then due to the amount of family members that we have a long dining table because of it. Nothing extravagant. It's just a quaint, modest cottage home.
All right. And as you enter, you hear a Adair, and you are swept up and lifted off your feet by your uncle. You instantly, yeah, and he begins to like squeeze you, and you're like, good to see you again. How have you been? And he continues squeezing you. Oh, sorry. I forgot how puny you are sometimes. And you release. And you all see standing there is a half-orc man that is really tall, almost as buff as Halbjorn. But his face has a sort of like, despite his general like gruff demeanor, he has a very warm smile on his face, and he turns and looks. Adair's friends, welcome. Come in, come in. I've prepared tea and cookies.
Thank you. Okay. And I asked, so you didn't tell me that uncle is here.
And then your sister just shrugs.
Wait.
Mother and father are up at the sanctum. We called them back to watch over the cottage and to make sure. And she sort of like, she tilts her head in the general direction of the Golden City in case things happen.
Yes.
And you also, all of you sort of like enter into this like nice little, very rustic looking house. This uncle, Adair's uncle, he goes, right, I am Morag, Adair's uncle. Our home is yours. Please take a seat at the dining area. And he gestures at the table. I'll be right back. And he heads towards the back. And you can hear like the clanking of pots and plates there.
You need help there, uncle?
Oh no, I'm fine. You hang out with your friends.
Okay.
What's your name, uncle?
Oh, the name's Morag. He's a bit Irish now.
Morag. You definitely sounds someone that I know.
Are you related to a half orc?
Oh.
Oh.
Is it? I mean, I suppose Morag is a fairly common name.
By any chance, do you breathe fire?
You hear a... No, I do not.
That would be something.
But it would be cool if I could.
Definitely someone that I know.
Who? Wait, what? Who?
One night stand. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
No, I'm kidding. That's not canon. It's a throwaway line. And then, as you're sort of like sit down around the dining table and take in the surroundings, towards the corner, towards one side of the cottage, one of the door opens and you see Adair, you see a head peek out, and you know that this is your brother Silas, and you know how he is. He's just like looking out the door. But then as he looked like he was about to step out, but then he saw like the rest of your friends, and he sort of like hesitated at the door.
Oh. Silas, are you okay?
He sort of like looks around. You brought friends.
Then I whispered to my sister, "Did you not tell him?"
Yes, but you know how he is when he gets into his books.
And it's like, I go up to him, it's like, and he's a bit shorter than me, so I kneel down to his height and say that if you want, you can go upstairs. You don't need to detain my friends. It's all right.
He sort of looks at all of you. What are your demeanor right now? The three of you that's at the table right now.
No. Oh, come on. This is your brother. Yes. Come on. Come, little boy. Have some tea with us.
Said this 7 feet tall vampire undead woman.
I feel violated listening to that.
Make a persuasion check, Dominica. You are a scary lady. You are a
And he's an underage 15-year-old boy.
Yep.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
somehow Dominica's charm is like goes. Look, he sort of looks at you and goes, "Whoa, are you a vampire?"
Yes, indeed, boy. I do am a vampire.
Oh, I've read about you. And then he goes, "Is it true that blah blah?" blah," And he starts like getting into like a very long conversation with Dominica about how the biology and history of vampires. Wants to know everything, decapitation, stake through the heart, garlic, running water, crucifix, those kind of stuff. And he's just bombarding you with questions right now.
Yes, yes, yes. Garlics are myth. Crucifix are myth. Yes.
Oh, that's cool. So that means that you can crawl on walls, right, like a spider?
Certain do, but for me, yes, I am.
And he gives you that wide eye look as if he wants you to do it but doesn't really want to say it.
You like me to do it, boy?
Oh, I mean, if you don't want to, it's okay, I suppose. Like he sort of like, sway a bit, look down.
Here, let me demonstrate to you, and after that, just pop off the floor and just stuck into the ceiling like that.
That's so cool. Adair, you have cool friends. Why can't you be as cool as them? You hear a soft from your sister, and as you turn to look at her, her face is a stoic mask again.
Don't you dare say anything.
I said nothing. She says with a face of serene passivity. All right, here we are, and your uncle comes back into the room with a tray with 2 plates full of cookies and several glasses of milk. Here we go. Oh, your friend is on the ceiling. That's kind of neat. I will not lie. Try not to drop onto the dinner table, eh?
All right, then I'll go down then.
All right. Silas claps. Woo! That's cool. And then, as you all sort of settle in and begin to eat, and these are really nice cookies, very savory. And you all begin to eat, and Morai is gonna. So, he looks at it there. So, when are you gonna head up to the sanctum? Are you gonna be staying here with us until the rest of your friends arrive? I seem to remember there being more to your numbers.
Yeah. I asked the Empress permission to come here early to help set up everything before the actual date.
All right. So once your friends arrive, I will direct them to the sanctum then. I won't be following all of you there. I'll be staying here to watch over Silas and other stuff.
Okay.
But Olivia
Okay,
will
thank
be
you.
but Olivia will be bringing you there.
She is she?
Is that a
I look at
problem?
her
She
with her-
says.
No. I am very happy I get to spend more time with my sister. I'm not being sarcastic, I'm being very genuinely happy. Because I know that this will annoy her.
She sort of looks at you like, in her trademark expressionless face, and then she'll turn to, so, Hots, what's it like traveling with my brother? I hope he's behaving himself. He looks at the
Oh, no.
other 3 of you.
Define behaving.
She gives you a look. Adair.
I didn't do anything.
What did he
I didn't do
do?
anything wrong.
He looks at you. She looks at you, A3 again. What did he do?
Nothing.
She's sort of like.
You can see my face. It's just like a hiss, a slight hiss.
It's like,
I mean, my eyes is normally slit anyway.
All right. I'll find out sooner or later.
Oh no.
So, what have you been up to this whole time?
Ever since I left for the big city, we had celebration, and I'm sure Mother has told you what happened. The dragon attack city was in chaos. We went and go and fight the dragon, and kill the dragon, and Oh yeah, I have a beholder with me. I don't think I mentioned that. Oops.
You can see there's a pause. What?
His name is Sylvester. He's in my bottle. Oh, remember the Belgrade I used to have? Yeah, he's dead right now.
What?
I thought it was cool to have a beholder instead of a Bagur.
You can see like
And-
she sort of like wears an expression of like, and then she sort of like stands up. The chair scrapes, and then she walks off. And then you can hear softly under her breath, 1, 2.
You can slap me for free if you want.
And then as he does, Morak is like halfway a cookie up to his mouth, like, oh, you've made her mad.
Of course I made her mad. If she's mad, wait till Dad finds out.
And then you hear behind you, Olivia's like, 19,
Oh no.
20.
Time to run, bye.
You.
I sprint out. I cast haste and I run.
She turns around, sees you run off, and you can see the other 3 of you sees like Olivia's face is like passive. Go, if you will all excuse me, I need to have a conversation with my brother. And then she walks toward after Adair and slams the door shut behind her.
I die early, guys. Bye.
So I turn to Dominica and I say this. What an interesting dynamic.
What an
Family
interesting,
dynamic.
what an interesting dynamic indeed. A disgraced brother.
Oh, I'm sure she'll
Uh,
be fine. Morak says. He has a bead of sweat.
Hmm. So, are you sure that you do not breathe fire?
Oh, it would be cool if I can breathe. Who do you think I am?
You kind of remind me of this one particular uncle that I have. I mean, he looks like you, talks like you, drinks tea like you, but he breathes fire.
Oh,
So, no.
sounds like an interesting fellow. I would very much like to meet him one day if time will allow.
Oh yes, he's such an interesting fellow, and what's more, his nephew is just such a pain in the ass. I would say so myself. That's my brother, anyway.
Ah.
Oh.
Anyway, he turns towards you, Zero. How are you eating those cookies? You are an automaton, aren't you?
Zero. You there?
I'm an automaton.
Zero?
Innate. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Yeah,
can hear you now.
Yeah.
I'm an automaton physically, but mentally beats the heart of a human, a loving soul.
I am very interested about that. You have no lips yet. The crumbs do not emerge. Like you are basically putting it in your mouth, and then you're flapping your mouth. You're just open, close to eat.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I can open my chest, but it feels a reactor inside me. So essentially, I do have to eat.
Whoa, you hear Silas say, and he sort of like leans in and looks at the reactor, and he sort of like taps it a bit. That's cool. How does it work? Like, does it beat like a heart?
I don't know. I can't really hear it. You're not able to listen.
Can I?
Sure.
He presses his ear against your reactor. What does it sound like?
It sounds like mechanical gears whirring.
Whoa. So does that mean you're alive?
Am I alive? I've consciousness. Like we can have a whole hour-long talk about philosophy about being alive or not.
And then he's like, and then so when he hears the silence go, so does that mean that if you die, you will have a soul that can either go to the celestial or the demonic realm? And then as he said that, Morak is like, oh boy, time to bring out the alcohol. As we all dive into philosophical talk. And meanwhile, in the distance, you hear Adair screams. But yes, that is how the rest of the day is spent in Felmir's household. And I'll say that for the purpose of this, just so that I can get everyone together at the same time. I'll say that Sven, Halbjorn, and Rykard, you all finish up with your business and begin to make your way. You will all arrive at Comer's Woods a day after the others. Just so that you're all at the same place at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, so all of you are at the closing of the night, because you all, I'll say you all arrive like sort of like in the afternoons, roughly. And then Morag is like, we don't have much. Well, I suppose do you think your parents would mind if we put them in the master bedroom?
Are they coming back? Wait, first of all, where's my sister? As I came back from the dead.
Yeah, your sister is behind you, giving you judging look.
Of course she is. Are they coming back, or they're gonna stay there?
No, they will stay there until the Godsmoot is over.
Do they mind? Cause I don't.
Do you want to risk it?
But we might die, so hell, why not?
All right. Okay. So Dominica and Atri, you all get to sleep in the master bedroom for the
What?
night. Yeah, you all get the master bedroom.
The master bedroom. All right.
Yep.
I will. I think I
Sure.
note to someone. Note to someone when they. We should clean the room just in case they come back.
Don't you mean you clean the room?
It's fine.
And then she walks away.
Oh, okay.
And then Zero, Eluvia will offer you her room because she doesn't really sleep. I mean, I mean she sleeps, but she's busy with something else, so you can power down there for the night.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I can stand up and power down.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Lying down, yeah, sure.
Yeah, just and so the new day arrives as you all wake up, and
There's something. Before that, because before I go to sleep, I would like to talk to Velascar.
okay, you summon
Yes.
him.
But not in the house. A bit far off because I know how much. Because my sister already gave me shit for it, so I'm
Okay.
gonna be very far away.
All right, so you leave the backyard, and you can see at the back, Elivio is sort of like going through her stances and practicing her blade work. And as she sees you sneaking off into the distance, where are you going?
No, it does. Oh wait, before that, did I actually see her?
I mean, she is very surprisingly quiet for a heavily armored individual.
I was about to catch. Oh damn it! I was about like, I'm gonna. Okay, fine. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go find somewhere quiet and talk to the beholder.
You are summoning it here.
In the master bedroom.
Yes. No, I'm not in the master bedroom.
I will follow.
You can. Okay. Fine.
As she follows you, she
Sure.
hounds you. And you all sort of like get
Okay,
to like
shit.
like you're still within the Felmir property, but you find like a small little a small grove, so to speak, for you to summon your beholder. And you summon it, and the familiar mist. Oh, sweeter there you summon. Oh, and who is this individual?
It's there. I heard like, you want me to introduce, or you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, of course. Hello there, stranger. I am Sildaska, Adair's pet. And what might your name be? And then Olivia is like, pet? Yes. He calls, I answer, and I do whatever he wishes. And I cannot say no.
I mean, so far I have not done anything bad. So far, I even let you talk to the Archmage of Thanlir.
Oh, that was a most illuminating talk. We simply must meet her again. Now, judging
That
by
is an
your
option. That-
now, judging by your appearance, I'm guessing that she is a family of some kind. Your sister, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah, let's leave it at that.
Oh, how fascinating! Fascinating indeed. So, how may I be of assistance?
Okay, I'll look at my sister. If you want to ask questions or whatsoever, feel free because I'm also gonna ask questions. And we have 1 hour to talk to him before I put him back in.
I'll keep my questions to myself for now. You ask your questions.
First of all, I will bring him up to speed what has happened, like the plan that's gonna happen, and then the Godsmoot, and then I also did talk to Empress Laurel. Basically, what we have been doing since the beginning of this session, and also mentioned to him about the Orchis, the having their own cult and everything. So, in other words, this thing has been going on for quite some time.
Oh, I could tell you that myself. After all, I have been working for them for quite some time. What? Olivio says. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm reformed. Your brother kidnapped me and made me see the errors of my ways. I am now at his beck and call.
For 1 hour.
Eh,
A couple of hours.
Oh, maybe longer. Surely you trust me by now.
Anyway, wait, what's my notes? What was the thing I wanted? Okay, so far, have I not know any? Do I have any knowledge about the Mark of Orcus? Because I remember this few sessions ago. I know I do not have it, but I know some of our team members have it.
Yeah, but you don't know whether they have it or not.
Oh fuck! Okay, I can't mention that. Question's out of the way.
Alright.
Oh wait, then what's my other question I want to ask? Okay, that's the question. I did not mention this before, but when I take, because I explained to him, like, when I take you in to replace my Bulgara, and the Bulgara goes insane, so we had to put him down. However, he did not dissipate and go back to the plane that he's supposed to go. And I also tell him what happened, which is I would assume it's Orcus speaking through the dead Bulgara, and then he explode.
Yes, that was the enemy saying hi. After all, you have all done all you can in order to prolong or prevent his plot. He's taken notice of all of you.
Has he been taking notice all this time since the beginning, or just recently since the dragon attack?
No, he took notice of you when you captured me.
Oh, so that point, like, when the bugger died, then that's the case.
Yes, you have his attention. Now, whether you will
Oh.
appreciate that attention, that is up to you. But you have brought me to a most interesting place. Comus Woods, if memory serve, a most magical place.
I beg your pardon. It's actually Coomer's Wood.
No, it's not.
Wait,
it is
I'll go.
Comer's
Do you
Wood.
know? Do you know? You have any information of this woods?
Oh, I have many miracles that have happened here. This woods, though small it may be now, used to encompass most of the northern parts of this continent you call Auris. And within it, many beings walk its grass and live within the bark. But in the centuries, it shrunk, and its magic is now a shade of its former self, but imprints of it still lies upon this land. Things sleep within this earth that have not walked for many a millennia, predating even the gods. I can only wonder what would become of it once the gods have gathered. Such a concentration of divine energy could stir things that has been asleep for many an age.
In a good way or a bad way?
Well, that would depend on which one you wake from the slumber.
Oh dear.
But I sense the power inside you, my dear Adair, I think. And he sort of like ponders for a second. Keep your senses open.
Did I detect any portals?
Currently you don't. He'll go, keep your senses open. You might stumble upon something interesting.
I want to say, what do you mean by that? Bluntly speaking, do I have to cross the plains to figure that out? Oh no.
Oh no. Crossing the plains in your current state would tear your body apart and scatter your atoms throughout the cosmos. I would not recommend it. Can be fun putting you back together though, if you free me. As a contingency.
Yeah, no. I was about to say yes, but I forgot. Ah shit, my sister's next to me. I better keep quiet.
Judges.
Just quietly.
Yep.
Don't worry, I think she can resurrect me. It's fine.
If you say so. Do
mean,
you have...
if- if I did die in a different plane, they have no way to reach me. Then I guess yes, sure, fine.
Oh, if one thing you will learn if you live as long as me is that anything is possible. It's just a matter of whether the price is what you're willing to pay.
Oh boy.
And with that,
And-
he turns one eye out to your sister. Do you have any questions for me? Oh, sister. And you can see Olivia sort of leans back. No, I do not. Can you put him away now? He disturbs me.
If-
Thank you. That's not a compliment. I'll take it as a compliment anyway.
Okay, before I put him back, oh wait, I think I did ask him like what's his opinion
On?
throughout this whole on so far what's happening. What's his prediction that's gonna happen? Because honestly, if you ask me, the Godsmoot, I feel the Godsmoot's not gonna happen as it did last time. When worst case scenario is most probably this is a scenario that's gonna happen is we have to enact Plan B and go find Destin and Carla, which I feel like they are nearby. Knowing those agents, especially since we find out there's more secret agent in our and I know that there's not only the secret agent in that city where Empress Laurel is everywhere throughout Auris, right?
Yes.
So there's a chance that we have super agents in the Golden City.
I will say this, dear Adair. There are powers much greater than the gods that sleep in this land. And the Godsmoot might wake them. And if you play your cards right, you might be able to enlist them to your service. But that is a big if.
Oh boy, and I will lead to Atri to negotiate.
Something tells me that when the chips are down, you will be the one to make this decision.
All right. Pick up the bottle and put him back in. Thank you for your service.
Anything for you, dear Adair. And he fades away. And Olivia is like, do you talk to him often?
This is my. Okay, the first time was at the caves. The second time was during the meeting, and the third time was with the Archmage of Sandelier. So this is the fourth time.
I don't like him. She turns around and walks back to the house.
And I sigh and walk back.
All right. And with that, the night comes to an end, and the day comes with knocking on the door as Halbjorn, Rykard, and Sven, the three of you arrive. Actually, you will all hear as Sven's mecha marches up, so all of you will wake up early. And then Morak is like, what is that racket we're hearing?
Oh, he's here.
Oh, your friends?
Yeah.
A very big friend you have, judging by the footsteps.
Oh, I was like, please don't destroy my house. Please.
You open the
yelled.
door and you see, yeah, I mean, your pathway, there are like cracks because, you know, the mech is quite heavy, but yeah,
Mom said,
they're fixable.
yeah, you can mend that, but at the same time, please don't wreck my house, please.
Okay, but yes,
I'm already in big much trouble as it is.
but yeah, Halbjorn, Rykard, and Sven, you are all now at Felmir's household. And As Morak says something, he goes, "Ah, you must be the rest of Hot. Welcome, welcome. I am Morak, Adair's uncle. Please come in. Though I don't think you can fit." He points at you, Sven, inside your mecha.
But I want the master bedroom.
Well, too late. You know, you all arrive late. Yes, come in, come in.
Uh,
I will prepare breakfast for all of you before. I'm guessing you're setting out to the sanctum today? He turns
Yep.
to you. Alright, good. Can be heading towards a potential divine meeting without filling your stomach. Well, I suppose the meeting is not here yet, but you get what I mean. And then Morat will go into the kitchen to prepare food. And Silas, now being a bit more open, he peeks out the door and he sees the mecha and goes, "Whoa, what is that?"
That's my friend's Sven Dick Giant Robot.
Ooh, wait, where's your friend? Which one is it? He looks at Halbjorn and Rykar. Is that yours?
Guys, you want to weigh in? Or, where's Sven? Is he still in the Mac?
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna take my out my broom and fly out. Sven, get out. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Can I have the master bedroom?
No.
All right. I open my hatch and then I hop down from the mech.
Whoa, that's
Oh,
so
shit,
cool.
that's-
That your friend's an automaton and he's riding a robot. That is really cool. Where did you find this? Did you make this? Did you find it buried somewhere? He's talking to you, Sven.
If I tell you, can you introduce me to your mother?
No.
Smash cut.
Do not.
Smash cut into the breakfast table as you're all eating breakfast. With that.
I quickly take up my breakfast plate and just continue eating. Oh, sipping my tea.
Nice.
All right. In all seriousness, kid, I built this myself.
Oh, you can you teach me?
Will you pay me?
Oh, I mean, he reaches into his pockets, he pulls out like a gum and 2 candy, and he holds it out to you.
All right, deal. I'll teach you everything I know.
Yeah. Your friends are cool, Adair.
I'm glad you're enjoying this. As I quickly ran up to the master bedroom to clean.
All right, and
Don't worry, it's already been cleaned.
Thank you, Itri.
We are all civilized people. I nod to Lady Demonica.
all right.
Dominica. I'm just like, oh please.
All right, perfect. And so as you're all eating breakfast, what kind of what kind of food would your family prepare, Adair? Are they like vegetarian or
I don't know. I've been like English breakfast.
hash brown, scrambled eggs,
Hash brown, scrambled eggs, mushroom soup, bread. the
conies.
standard.
All right. Yep. So Morak prepares and eventually brings you all like pancakes and waffles. Don't no. Yeah, fine. He makes waffle using a stone waffle maker. I don't know. And
Wow.
Oh, cool.
with like scrambled eggs, like a couple of conies and venison for the rest of you. And you all have a nice hearty meal. As he does, Morak sort of like looks and then he fixes his eyes on you, having, "You're not from around here, are you?"
No, I'm not.
I can tell. So, and then he sort of like leans towards you. "Seen any combat recently? I heard you fought a dragon."
Yes, that was a fight.
How was it?
A little bit too easy, if you ask me. Looking for the next big fight. You know, up against a god and all that.
Why does he sound so angry?
I mean, that's just his usual voice. And then your uncle will like, "I like this one. He's got heart." Say, did Adair ever tells you about the time where, and then he launches into some grandfather's tale about some of the monsters that he's fought before? You know, that warrior's way of bonding and comparing kills and scars. He's doing that with you right now, Halbjorn.
Oh. tell stories of our adventures as well to yeah.
Perfect. And so as Morak is bonding with Halbjorn, the rest of you finishes up your food, and Olivia sort of stands up and goes, "Well, I hope you all enjoy the meal. Shall we go now, Adair?"
Let's not keep mom and dad waiting.
All right. I will lead you all to the sanctum. Please follow close by. The forest tends to get a bit convoluted the deeper in you go. And then
Before that, I also tell my sister that I have prepared some stuff in case, you know, just to be safe and sorry. I have 8 shield shield of fate scrolls, so I even give 2 to Silas and 2 to my sister, Olivia.
all right. She takes it. She nods at you and she puts it away into her pouch by her hip. And goes, "All right. Head out towards the backyard and follow the road." And he turns towards you, Sven. "Do not tread on the wildflowers with your machine."
I nod my head and do a little dance. I do the robot.
And tread on the flower. Accidentally step on all of them.
Oh no.
Accidentally.
Incident. Well, it's an accident. It's not on purpose, at least.
All right, I'm not that evil. All right.
Yet.
I'll only step on half of them.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god! Please, guys.
Like he doesn't step on it, but you know his mech is big. It leaves like footprints in your garden because he has no choice but to walk through. The rest of the household area is a bit too tight for the mech to squeeze through. So there are a couple of like footprints through the side yard and the backyard.
Unfortunate. Collateral damage.
Unlucky.
Oh boy. It's fine.
All right, y'all proceed along the pathway up, and I'll say the journey takes you about a couple of hours. Like mostly the path sort of like weaves, and as you step closer and closer, the air sort of like becomes a bit thicker but not thick in the way forest air is thick. You know, when you get in a bit too, the air almost feels heavy. But this one, whenever each breath you take, it's sort of like, it almost feels like it goes into your soul. This enchantment in the air that you can't really explain. And eventually, up ahead, you see the beginnings of pillars, walls, as the path begins to curve upward. Remnants of what seems to be a keep or a watchtower since collapse. You walk deeper and deeper, and eventually you stumble upon the ground. The trees become a bit more sparse here, though they still stand. But you see more and more ruins of walls and pillars, crumbled rubbles, half-destroyed statues here and there. And you realize that you have all arrived at the Krisai Sanctum. And you begin to weave your way up further and further towards where you discover is a center. There's a shed of tear in Adair's eyes. I'm sure your parents will. Yeah, they won't scold you too much. I'm sure.
Man, I'm in so much trouble already as it is.
Alright. So as you all head deeper, and you can see, like, even though the entire place is basically, this is what's left of a ruin, but it is very well kept. Like, the destroyed structure is not rebuilt by any means of the word, but like most of the weeds are cleared, dried leaves swept away, and like there isn't like a speck of dust. And there you notice, because your mom, ever since she sort of like retired from adventuring, she has sort of like taken up to maintaining the sanctum, as it is a holy place for Soliona.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you sort of like make your way through probably the most intact part, which is sort of like at the crest of this hill that you're on, like it is just like outer walls and inner walls and ceilings here and there with holes along the roofs where the light shines in, and the cobbled floor has like a bit of grass peeking along the edge, though most of them are trimmed down. And as you head towards the main entrance, you see a woman step out. And the moment she sees you, Adair, at the head, she goes, "Oh, Adair, you're finally here!" And she comes towards you and gives you a hug.
Yay, mom!
Glad you're safe. Have you been eating well? And she sort of looks you over. You look a bit skinny.
Been eating well. As well as I can. Eat.
Good.
I gave a cheeky grin.
All right, good. That's all that matters, I suppose. And she sort of peeks behind and goes, "Oh, and these must be your friends."
I was like, yeah, guys, yes, this is my mom.
And you see, describe your mom.
Oh my god. She has.
MILF?
Oh no, please.
Oh no, please no. I mean, here's the thing though. How you can. Adair knows her actual age, but due to the elf heritage, she's actually looks a lot younger than what her actual age is. She has a similar hair color as Adair, and her hair is braided quite. She has long hair, but it's braided to her waist. She's wearing her normal clergy outfit clothes, and she has a very very soft and kind-hearted expression.
He goes, "Well, welcome. I am Calithilel, Adair's mother."
Calithia, there you go.
Yes. Welcome. Any friends of Adair is a friend of mine. I trust that that you've kept him out of trouble, and she directs all of you into the Sanctum's building.
I think you forgot 3 very important digits.
Oh my god, please no. This is a PG stream.
I need it to have an accurate mental image. It's for my immersion.
No.
Oh my god.
I'm refraining posting her picture in the chat now.
Oh no. Yeah, for the best. But anyway, as you leave inside. So, any news of what's happened so far?
I'll give her the rundown.
All right.
To save time, I'll give her. To save time, I will not say it, but I tell her I'll give her the rundown what happened.
All right. Do you tell her about the beholder?
Yes. Yeah, fine. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And are you sure this creature can be trusted?
I'm gonna assume mom knows that I have a Bagura, and
yes.
And I told her it's the same way the Bagura works, and I understand how the apprehension, but at that time, I have to make that choice because we do not have much knowledge to go on with the current situation, and I took him in and replaced my Bagura with it because I feel like he is very important for this quest.
Well, I suppose if you say he's safe, I'll believe you.
I just need to make sure that he's friendly for me for 1 hour, and then I had to put him back in the bottle.
As you said, Olivia's like, "You're too soft on him, as usual."
I'm mom's favorite for a reason.
and then your mom is like, "Oh, nonsense. Your brother is very responsible. I do not believe that he will do anything to willingly endanger himself or his friends."
There is a word in the back of it. Oh, fuck.
Mom's
skill tripping me.
Cough. Nothing.
What?
What
did you say?
I just coughed.
Oh my. All right. So, and she leads you up. At this point, you sort of like enter a sort of like a darkened corridor or rather a darkened stairwell that leads and curve up. And she walks up and goes, "Well, your father and I have been setting the place up in preparation for the arrivals of some of the other priests and priestesses and chosens of the gods that will be attending this moot. We do not yet know how many of them are showing up, but the lodestone is intact." And as you say that, you do not know what she means by the lodestone.
Also, just a heads up, I did tell her that I have an inkling feeling since back when we discovered that there is like secret agent of the death god Auris, and I told her that the possibility that we might have super agents to go and city based on the information that we have.
Yes, I've been hearing words from the Grand Cleric about this. We are handling this situation, though probably not as thoroughly as can be expected. There's a lot of things going on in the Golden City currently.
what is going on in Golden City currently.
And as soon as you say that, you all emerge into sort of like this central chamber that is sort of like that is open air. And you get it, there's probably at one point a roof over here, but it has since been gone, like this ringed wall. And at the center of this building, you see a pedestal. And on top of this pedestal, there is oh god, I have lost my place on my notes. There it is. There's a stone circular pedestal. And on it, there is a slab that sits on top of it. This almost like a rectangular slab. Have any of you watched like 2001 Space Odyssey?
Yes.
Yes, you know the monument. It looks something like that, but smaller, and it's made of granite instead of like the smooth black material like in that show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then inscribed on it are runes, and you can see the letters pulse a bit. And as soon as all of you enter, you can feel like there's a soft like of this very powerful enchantment in the air emanating from this pedestal. Yeah, from this slab. And standing in front of this slab is another familiar figure to you, Adair.
Oh no. The one thing that he feared the most.
Yep. And he he hears the footsteps, he turns around. And why don't you describe your father?
Oh no. Okay. There's father. You can say he's a like he gets his kind-hearted personality from his mother, but he gets his looks from his father, and it kind of shows. If it's not for the huge scar across his nose, and he's wearing an eye patch, and you can tell that Adair is very afraid of him because he kind of respects him, but at the same time he's afraid of him because if you think that my sister is a stoic, well, the father is triple more stoic and more serious and more strict.
Alright. So he turns around and looks at you. You know his default stern expression. He sees you and he sort of like gives you, the fatherly nod and goes, Adair.
Father.
I see you're doing. I see you're doing well.
I can see, sir. I'm doing well, and I can see you and Mom are doing well as well.
Who's your friends?
You can like feel the robotiness and scared. Here's my friends. To the same time, I just introduce everybody one and one to my father.
All right.
And this is my father. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. His father sort of like gives all of you a look over. He's sort of like taking all of you in, and as he scans all of you, you notice Dominica, his eyes lingers on you the longest. His single eye lingers on you the longest before he moves on.
Of course he is.
I'm going to show my canine fangs on him.
Interesting friends you have here, Adair.
Yeah. And I'm sure when you and Mom are adventures, you have interesting friends as well.
Well, my name is Kira. Welcome to Krisai Sanctum. I hope you've been keeping my son out of trouble, and I hope he has not been too much of a hassle for all of you.
Who's coughing?
Dominica, I think.
No, nothing.
I assure you that. I mean, assure your father that I've been causing any trouble.
You can see Olivia gives you a look from the side. Adair, is there
Yes.
something you would like to tell me?
No.
Deception
now.
check.
Deception.
Follow me.
8. No.
He walks away, expecting you to follow.
Bye bye, Adair.
No. You can hear there's like reluctance, and then it's like give one begging look to his mom.
She sort of like gives a shrug, also like she has the look like with a smile.
No.
I'm just going to soak into the sun. Ah, so nice.
Yeah.
The sun's quite nice.
And, yes, it is, isn't it? Kelly Thilel, his mom said. So, why don't I give all of you a tour? And then he leads and Adair and leave Adair to his fate.
Okay, I'm gonna die early at this round. Bye, guys.
Yep. Yeah.
Sweats nervously.
Yep. Yeah, I would say that eventually you tell your dad about the beholder, and he gives you the disappointed dad look.
Of course
It's
he is.
the look that says you should know better than to tamper with forces you don't understand, that kind of thing. You know it's almost like the conversation between Mufasa and Simba at the beginning of Lion King when he went into the hyena's lair.
Yeah, but
It is
yeah.
that kind of conversation right now you're having with him.
But yeah, you can tell that Adair wanted to say something bad, but then he's like, I have to hold it in.
Yep. But yeah, like at the end of it, he does like puts a hand on your shoulder, and goes, "It's good to see you again."
Thanks, Dad.
Now go join your friends.
You can see her really going out.
All right. And so we still have like a couple of days before the Godsmoot happen. And so, for the purposes of this, during the next few days, all of you will be assigned chores by Calithilel and Kira in order to sort of like clean up the phase, reinforce wards, and at some point, Kira will and Calithilel will explain to you about the slab that you see. She'll say, Calithilel will say that it is a lodestone, and this artifact purpose is that it is what facilitated the Godsmoot centuries ago. What it does is that anything that is within the aura of this lodestone, especially if they are gods, actually this lodestone only affects gods. It binds the powers of all deities that is within it, so that there is no strife happening, because so much power within the same location can, when things get heated, things tends to explode when gods are involved. So this lodestone is there to sort of like suppress their powers so that something like that don't happen. And it also prevents all gods who are not invited or part of the spell from entering, meaning that while within the sanctum, gods that are not invited, like say Orcus, cannot enter. And so he will say that fueling this lodestone is of the utmost importance, and that's why Kira is here. He has been sort of like channeling his magic into the lodestone to sort of like charge it up. Like it already has an inherent enchantment to it, but he is sort of strengthening it in order to make sure that it can withstand the number of gods that will arrive soon. And so over the next few days, is there anything specific that all of you are doing besides just helping out the Felmirs set up the place? Like
Can I
anything?
double help?
Come again?
Can I double help?
How will you double help?
Good point. Good question.
Maybe you attach 2 more arms onto your body. Yeah, like so you have four arms.
Or is
Who
this gonna be
cares?
like, Terminator Dark Fate, the evil Terminator? He can separate his outer layer and his endoskeleton, and you walk around.
Oh yeah, that's kind of fog actually. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, now I'll say you detach your hand. You detach half your body, your legs go to help like kick some trash aside, and your upper body chung 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 to help like lift stuff. So that's
Right.
it is a bit creepy, but they eventually get used to it fast enough. But yeah, you are able to help out easily enough like that. For the others, is there anything like specific you are all doing during this time period before the Godsmoot begins, or rather before the priests and priestesses start arriving?
I will play the role of the court jester. I will dance.
Okay, so you dance at the entrance to receive any guest.
Oh
And
my god.
for the purpose of this, I would say 2 days before the Godsmoot, people start arriving.
Okay, before that, I
Yes.
also like there's something I want to do.
Yes.
Because I have stuff prepared. I'm gonna give the remaining scrolls. I have 4 left, 2 to my mom and 2 to my dad. The scrolls Shield of Fate. And addition, I have an item which I got from the lair.
All right.
which is come on, loot.
Oh yes,
Please loot.
some of the magic items. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I know I didn't mention this at all to the court. So I have the staff of charm and the rod of rulership.
Hmm. What are you doing with them?
I'm gonna give it one. I'm trying to guess which one's. I'm gonna give the rod of rulership to my dad and the staff of charm to my mom.
Okay. All right.
Like I know that you guys have knowledge of being an adventurer, but just in case, precaution. It doesn't hurt to be extra safe about it.
Ooh, souvenirs. Your mom sort of claps. Thank you, honey. She takes it.
Mom, Mom, please.
Oh, isn't he a good boy? He says to the others.
Okay, Mom.
I do the rock sus look.
Perfect. And again, like I said, from the second day to the Godsmoot, people start arriving. And one of them is familiar to all of you. It is the captain that sailed you all to the island, Captain Sears. She arrived and goes, and as you notice her, as she sort of like noticed all of you, oh, I should have guessed that all of you would be here as well.
I mean, I have to be here. This is where my parents are. And I don't want them to do all the work.
You know what? I should have put it together. Felmir.
Gwent. Real hard. Oh, so do I know much about the lodestone, the big black monolith from Space Stone Odyssey?
it is not the actual monolith, but yeah. You gather it is the make an Arcana check.
Oh my god! I was about to say, like, since young, do I know, or this is
no,
something new?
this is something new because you have never been brought to the Sanctum before.
That is true. Never mind.
I mean, it is a monolithic magical lodestone. It emits magic that suppresses the power of gods inside within the Sanctum and prevents.
I'm very tempted to take out Shavashka, but I know my parents are around, right?
Yep, that's probably what will happen. And so yeah, Captain Sears is probably the only familiar face that you will all meet among the people that are arriving. And before long, I will say that also on the day before, Laurelyn will arrive, and surprisingly, she arrives alone. Without her entourage.
What?
Yeah, as she sort of like steps off. This place is no place for the others. They will be of no help here. They will be of more assistance to the city itself.
Question. Didn't she have her guard, her right maiden? She's not here as well.
You don't see her.
Oh no.
But then again, you know Vesta to be someone that likes to stay in the shadows. So she's probably around here somewhere.
Yeah, I hope she's under my bed.
Oh boy. I mean, you are all sleeping on floors because there are no bedrooms here. So
Oh, hell no.
yeah, just like bedrolls.
Hell no.
I also would like, before the day come, also like to inform. I think I know I informed Mom. I was going to inform Dad as well. My theory about the sleeper agent as well, so that all the more reason why we need to increase security. But I don't know whether or not he knows.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and he'll go. That confirms some suspicions that we've been having at the Golden City.
Well, no. Oh, okay. What is happening in the city since I left?
He sort of looks at you. Make a persuasion check.
My god. I'm rolling bad today. That's okay, I'm gonna keep quiet then.
You don't need to know for now.
Of course. Should I drink the potion of advantage at this point?
I mean, it's up to you.
Not yet then.
Yeah. So as Laurelyn arrives, you can see Captain Sears is off to the side. Hello there, Empress. Nice to meet you again. And Laurelyn sort of like gives her a look. Sears, I trust your journey here is comfortable. Oh, can't complain. I'm more at ease out in the ocean, but just for this, yeah, I'm way deeper in the forest than I would like to be. And
Wait a
as
sec, why is she here then?
oh, did I not mention? And she sort of like reaches into her necklace, into her shirt, and she pulls out a necklace. And you can see hanging at the end of it is a pendant in the shape of a seashell with sort of like a stylized wave around it. And she goes, "I'm the champion of Nyros." I know.
No.
Strange, right? I don't seem like the religious sort, but he took a liking to me because of my affinity with the ocean, so I accepted, and now I have a god riding in my brain sometimes. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
it happens.
Okay.
One day you're a captain of a ship, the next day you're hitchhiking with a robot, with a god.
Oh.
And
Okay.
and with that, we arrive at the day of the Godsmoot itself, and here is when all of the other people begins to arrive.
Before they all arrive, I would like to try to attempt to talk to Soliana.
With who?
I know this Soliana.
Oh, with Sol Leona.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I would like to.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi. I know this is the second time I in a while I've been talking to you. And tomorrow's the day of reckoning, and the Godsmoot is gonna happen. And honestly, I have my doubts. And I have people that I would like to protect, and I'm gonna do my damnedest heart to protect them. And I know that you're still in mourning, but I would like to ask there, like, can you give a sign or something? Because I know it's been a while since you give a prophecy or appear to us as a avatar whatsoever, which was the champion. I would like to just want to ask, like, give a sign, like, will you be willing to help us or at least guide us to victory? I don't know, something to help, I guess.
What's your religion modifier?
I know you asked me to roll a D100 last time.
Yes,
So, my religion is 0.
Is 0. Roll a D100.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, like I said, there is not a religious boy for a reason. 15. Nope, he's not gonna hear me.
Alright, you prayed. This is the night before, right?
Yep.
And where are you praying?
Fuck, that's a good ass. Okay, I'm gonna assume the lodestone and the place where usually I'm assuming that's not the altar where people put their prayers, right? It's a 2 different thing, right?
Yes. Now I would say like the Krisai Sanctum was built as it is like I said, it's the place of power for Sol Leona. So there are like a couple of Sol Leona statue around, even if most of them are damaged. So yeah, you can find like one that you can sort of like pray to in front of.
Yeah, sure. I mean, where else would my parents pray? I would like to ask.
Yeah.
Because I would know vaguely where they pray, so at least when they're not around, if no one's watching, I'll do that.
Alright, so you go to one of the statue, and you can see the statue of Sol Leona it depicts a woman with long flowing hair, wearing a sort of like a very like a Roman style tunic, and clad across the front is like this chest plate with the starburst with the sunburst symbol across the chest, and on her back is like this massive wings, and you know that art tends to depict Sol Leona as having a pair of wings made out of sunlight. So as this is a stone statue, that is the best they can do is just a pair of wings, and you can see one of the wings is sort of like cracked, and you can see there are like fractures here and there especially across her face, over her eyes, that makes it almost look like there are like twin tear tracks down her face, and her hand is like cupped in front of you, almost like in a receiving manner. And as you release your prayer and you wait before the statue, and you wait, and you wait, and you don't hear anything.
Understandable. I think deep down I don't know that's not gonna happen.
And so eventually,
So,
yeah, you
so I'm
stand.
like,
Oh,
at least I tried.
yeah, and you stand, and you leave. And as you leave, you do not notice at the center of the palm, a small flower blooms,
Eh?
a marigold. Just the beginning, just beginning to bud.
Ah.
And now we move on to the next day. As more and as people begins to arrive. So when you are doing your dance at the entrance, right? So you will be doing your robot dance. So you will be the first to see most of these people coming. So the first one to arrive is a human man with like pale skin, bald and gray eyes.
All right, I cast fireball.
Ah!
No. Veto.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that like various like they all arrive like sort of like within like starting from dawn. This is merely the first person to arrive, and he's like wearing this flowing red robes, and he sort of like looks at you, and sort of like gives you a stare because again, automatons are not that common around. So he does give a look, but then eventually he just passes you and enters, and then an hour later, the next person arrives, a dragonborn woman, red scale, blue eyes, clad in black robes that is framed with red, and she's quite tall, like about 6'3", and she walks past you as well. Most of these people that are arriving, they're just like ignoring you as you do your robot dance.
I see. Hello, lady. Have you been with an automaton before?
Oh my god, please do not. Not here, please, I beg.
It's the hydraulics.
Oh god. She sort of like frowns and just walks away and does not answer you.
I'm gonna wingman him and give you advantage on what's it called? I mean the automaton.
It's not even a roll. Like this isn't even a roll. It just doesn't work. And then
Let's wingman harder.
oh
Let's
boy.
get more people on board.
Oh boy. And then eventually after that you see another. In the beginning you thought that it was a human man that is arriving, pale skin, yellow eyes, cropped brown hair. But then as he gets closer you can see there's a sheen to his iris, and you realize that he is an ASMR, a celestial, a half celestial basically, arriving. And even despite his celestial blood, as he passes you, you feel almost, you know, the senses of a prey animal feel whenever a predator is around. You feel that
No.
as a automaton as this man passes you. And then later on, two arrives at the same time. Both of them are one of them is an elven woman, long blonde hair, green eyes, and her hair is like extremely pale. But next to her, there is another person walking about 7 feet, clad in white heavy armor, similarly colored hair pulled into a bun, with sharp silver eyes. And this does not look, even though she looks humanoid, there is an aura around her that doesn't really tell you that this is a human or elf or half elf or anything like that. And then you realize that what you are feeling right now is the exact same thing you felt when Stella possessed Laurelin to talk to all of you before you all set out to the island, and you realize that this individual arriving is already possessed by the god. That
It's
they're
already
hoping-
feeling fear.
I mean, there is an apprehension to all of you because it has been a long time since this many gods are arriving. Like with the exception of this white-haired woman, all of the others that are arriving are just the champions, the chosens. They have not been possessed by the gods yet, so the gods are not here yet, except for this one person. And then later on, a tiefling man appears, purple skin, dark blue eyes, sharp cheekbones, hair in a braid. And then finally, later on, another ASMR woman, black hair and eyes. And this one, she is dressed in black robe and she has a veil over her face. And as she arrives, so like as all of these like individual arrives, Laurelyn is with I would say that Adair, you are with her along with like A3, Dominica, and anyone else that wants to be there. As all of these individuals arrive, Laurelyn so like gives you a rundown of who they are. And so the bald human man that first arrives, Laurelyn was saying that is Brother Gengrich. He is a worshipper of a devil god from Tardavos, known as the Herald of the Hells. And then she will describe the red scale dragonborn woman, and she'll say that is Valcyris Malkira, the scale champion. She is the chosen of the Dark Dragon Queen. You know her, but I would say that for you, Adair, you know her by another name, known as the Platinum's Bane. And A3, you know her as the Many Mod. This is the five-headed dragon.
Oh.
The Dark Dragon Queen is also sometimes known as the five-headed dragon, the mother of chromatic dragons. And then she will talk about mention the yellow-eyed ASMR man, and will say that is Ildan, a warlock for the Sibilant Beast. And for those of you who have proficiency in religion check, you'll know that the Sibilant Beast is a demon from Shah Abysia, from the layer known as the Spiraling Depths. Nope, it is not Illidan, it is Ildan. Illidan is trademarked. Wow. Let's not bring Blizzard and Activision into this.
Yep.
Yep. And then she'll turn to the blonde-haired elven woman and says, that is Kalaria, the High Priestess of King Oberon, the High King of the Spring Court of the Fey Realms. And next to her is, I do not know who the host is, who the champions are, but that is the White Queen, the Queen of Order. She is not part of the Godsmoot. She is merely here to ensure things go smoothly. Then she'll turn to the purple-skinned tiefling and say that is Hedan, the Herald of the Horned King, who is also known as the Lord of Minotaurs. And then she'll turn to the fine. This one I will say, A3, you and Dominica, you will recognize. You know this veiled woman, this ASMR woman, as Matron Adurna. She is a priestess of the Mother of Spiders. But Dominica, you know of the Mother of Spiders as the Flesh Carver during your research. But yes, these are the ones that showed up, and as the day sort of like goes into like I will say about mid-afternoon, you can see no other shows up, and Laurelyn sort of frowns a bit. That is less than I'm expecting, but I guess beggars can't be choosers.
Well, we did suspect that it's not going to be as great as last time. Unfortunately,
but still, this is we have more abyssal gods appearing than I was expecting.
Okay, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, our enemy is of the abyss. Perhaps it can offer insights we don't have. And then she will turn to all of you and goes, tell them to gather in the central chamber. We start in an hour. And for those of you who wish to participate, you may stay. For those of you who are not, keep an eye on the perimeter. The enchantment of the lodestone is powerful enough to deter most, but one can never be too careful. So this is basically me saying how many of you are sitting at the Godsmoot and how many of you are not.
Time to split up, gang. Because we can see where this is going.
I'll take the master bedroom.
I'm sure the
Yeah,
look-
I'll take the
Y'all
master
need
bedroom
to
as
stop
well.
coming to
Yeah.
the master bedroom.
Sharing is
Swear
caring.
to God, no. There's only a reason why I want to give Atri and Dominica that bedroom because they respect the boundaries.
What boundaries?
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I'm guessing A3, Dominica, and Adair, you're all sitting in the Godsmoot.
That's where my parents in, right? So of course.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Halbjorn?
I mean, if they're not in the master bedroom, means it's not occupied right now, right?
No.
I mean, I guess since I'm a traveler, right? So I need to see new things. So I might as well sit inside and watch the ceremony or whatever it is.
All right. So then that means Rykard, Zero, and Sven, the three of you are not.
They're in the
Uh,
master bedroom.
Okay.
so I would say that I'm guarding the lodestones, but then the perimeter, but then actually I'm just gonna slack off.
Okay. Fair enough.
So wait. So that means how many people are outside? How many people are inside?
So 4 are
Oh.
inside, 3 are outside.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Actually, I forgot. One other person appears with his entourage. Dominica, your brother, is at
I
this
don't
meeting.
like him.
He arrives with his entourage of sort of like undead servants that they march up, and then as he looks down, Laurelin goes, I do not recall your brother being a champion to any god. And
That's
she
why I was
turns
like,
towards you, Dominica.
I was like, why is he here?
I just hold my
Uh,
but a strange oddity is
I can kill him
It-
right here, right now.
No. He is a representative.
Fireball?
He is a representative of Karkos.
Let's wage war against Karkos.
I would with all due respect, lady, like he's been I don't trust him.
you know what? You know what, Adair? I would say we're going to allow him, but we're going to keep a close eye on him.
All right. So,
Alright.
do you tell like Sven and the other two that are not at the meeting to watch over your brother?
Because I mean,
Yeah. And I would say that he sees all of you and he goes, sister, don't worry about me. I'm just here to ensure that things go smoothly and to see to it that Kakos is not left out of whatever discussions that occurs here. It's like
Bogus.
it will be like I'm not here.
And why did Father did not come to represent the Kakos?
They're
Is
busy.
there? I myself represent Karkos. Why would you come instead?
What can I say? A Godsmoot is not something that occurs every day. I find myself curious.
Curious or plots? Decisions.
it's not my place to say, so I'll leave it to you. I trust your judgment. As Adair said that she's preparing something in the back.
Don't worry, sister. At the end of the day, no matter your distrust with me, we all want the same thing.
Which is
Survival.
fair enough.
Now, are there any beverages? He sort of looks around and sort of like
So freak-
starts minding his own business.
It's a holy place. There is no beverage. You can see that the vein is popping out on Adair's forehead.
All right. And so,
Am I allowed to cast something?
what are you
Or am
casting?
I- Before, okay, since they say that the Gods meet's happening an hour before we close, like, I'm assuming when the Gods meet's happening, we're gonna close the door, right, or something?
Yes.
To isolate.
I mean,
Before-
technically, this place is open air, but there is a wall around it, and there's a double door that leads into it.
Because since there's only 2 people outside, our group, 2 teammates outside, I'm
3.
gonna 3. Okay, I'm gonna conjure animal.
Oh? How many?
That depends. It's been a while since I conjure animals. So I don't know how much I'm allowed to. I'm thinking giant constrictor snake or saber tooth tiger. No, those two are CR2.
Okay, choose one.
Mm, wait, CR2 is how much I can or can summon.
One-
One beast or charger.
Yeah.
Okay, one.
Okay, so a constrictor snake or a saber tooth tiger.
Choose two. You know what? I'll leave it to my teammates. What do you want? Since this is they will assist you in case anything happen.
All right. So the
You guys
three
want-
of you, Rykard, Zero, and Sven, the three of you, do you want a constrictor snake or a saber tooth tiger?
I
Three
like
of us
that.
choose two. Can I have a crocodile?
Oh yeah, you have a crocodile. I forgot about that.
Okay, how about a saber tooth crocodile? Okay, how does that sound?
I can't.
How about a saber tooth crocodile serpent?
No.
Ah, shit, that's just good shit, man.
Yeah.
I will let you know that the giant constrictor snake is a huge beast. I don't think it will fit, right?
I
Okay.
mean,
Can
All
I
right.
have a dragon?
no.
Aw.
Huge beast is a huge beast.
I mean,
giant constrictor snake.
Helbjorn has a wyvern that is currently like just about lingering.
Oh yeah, I forgot about you, dragon. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah. Again, guys, just choose. I'll let you guys choose snake, huge snake, or saber-tooth tiger, large beast, or large beast, saber-tooth tiger.
Another
Uh,
big crocodile.
yeah. I
Which
think
is
the
okay.
crocodile's good.
No, I think the
I don't-
crocodile. I don't think is CR2.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
All right. I would like a cat.
Okay, saber-tooth tiger it is. So you summon it, and the saber-tooth tiger appears, and it looks up at you, and growls softly. And what orders do you
Aw.
give it?
I will
Uh,
give her the Since Halbjorn is more in tune with the animals, I will say that Halbjorn, I give control of my saber-tooth tiger to you.
Okay.
Oh, but I'm staying inside.
Oh wait, sorry, not Halbjorn. Who's outside again?
Rykard, Zero, and Sven.
Ah,
I mean, you can just set your saber-tooth tiger to patrol.
I don't think you can trust any of us.
yeah, that's what I was to say. I don't trust you.
The saber-tooth tiger is the guardian.
All right. Yeah, sure. I'll send it to patrol.
All
Oh yeah,
right.
you wanna? I'll send it to patrol then.
All right.
Since if anything happens, they can communicate me through telepathy. If anything
Oh,
happens.
can they?
Oh, to seal for summon phase 6 form appears on a comet space. Choose one of the following. Actually, each beast is considered Fey. The summon character affected you and your companions, which is its turn. They obey any verbal command that you shouldn't know. If you don't issue a command, they don't answer.
Oh.
Nope. Okay, no.
All right. But yes, it understands your orders and it will begin to patrol.
Can
I
I?
will also tell them if they're close to death or in combat, roar very loudly because it's a saber-tooth tiger.
All right.
I can also do something now.
Okay.
So can I cast my familiar?
All right. Oh yeah, I remember your bird. Your quasit, I mean.
Yeah. So my closet, it can polymorph into a snake. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
You turn it into a snake.
yeah.
Oh,
So
what do you want it to do?
I will speak to it in my language. Tell it to kind of monitor and follow the brother
All right.
as well.
Make a general stealth check for the snake for me. Roll your stealth, and then we'll just apply it to the snake, just to see how
Let's
well
roll.
hidden it is.
All right.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
look at that.
All right. So all of you begin to usher, as you're sort of like separate. The four of you enter the chamber with the Felmir family, and
Oh, sorry. Last minute.
yes,
I have my eagle.
yes.
Of course. Oh yeah, it's been a while since we talk about the eagle. I will send my eagle up in the air. Towards the patrol, help with the patrol.
Alright.
And if he spots anything suspicious, he will come back to me.
I can't make an eagle squawk. It flies up and begins to scout, sort of like watch the land.
All right, got it.
All right.
Okay.
And with that, all of you divide, and you, the four of you that are gonna be inside the Godsmoot, the four of you go around and start like asking all of these other like heralds and priests and priestesses to follow you up into the chamber. and eventually the door. You're also like heading upwards. Like the meeting hasn't started yet. I would say right now is about like 10 minutes before the time that Laurelin dictates, and during that 10 minutes, while the rest of you are inside and the three of you are wandering around, Atri, your snake, is following Dominus. Dominus is walking around, and then at some point he will approach the three of you. Zero, Sven, and Raka. Are all three of you staying together?
No, I followed the saber-toothed tiger
Okay.
because I wanted to moisturize its paws.
My God!
All right. Fair enough. What about you, Rykard and Zero? Are the two of you together, or are you all separate as well?
We are walking towards the master bedroom.
Okay. All right. The two of you are in the master bedroom. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So as the saber-toothed tiger is sort of like patrolling around, Sven, you begin to hassle it and try to like grab onto its paws to just for the purposes of clarity, where have you parked your mecha for now?
I parked it right outside the house.
No, we brought it. You brought it with you. Remember?
Yeah, you brought it.
Sure.
You brought your mech with you to the sanctum.
Okay, so all right outside the sanctum. Then.
Okay, so at the main entrance.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say like you are sort of like around that general region. The saber tooth is like patrol, and you're like trying to moisturize, and it's constantly like, snapping. You know, as you like keep grabbing its hand, and then as you're like trying to do that, you hear a voice go, "That is fascinating." And you turn around and you see Dominus looking at your mech. This is a very interesting piece of equipment. I've never seen the likes of it. How did you make it? And he turned towards you, Sven.
Who are you again?
You can see his eyes twitch a bit. He goes, I am Dominus, brother of your friend, the Duchess.
Ah, the annoying guy. I see. Yes, it is quite a marvel. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy here. Then I turn back to the cat.
It feels like he walks and he actually follows you. It seems like you've been told things by my sister about me, and I do not believe that all of them are necessarily true.
Well, honestly, I couldn't care less because I'm just here to moisturize some cats.
Ah, a fellow cat lover. We have something in common.
Yeah, but I don't like you because, you're all smug and like arrogant. You know, I mean, your sister's like that too, but like she's cool.
And I also say that the saber-tooth tiger also does not like him as well.
Yeah, your saber-tooth is growling at him, and he's like, "Oh, yes, Elvina, ever the golden child. But there are things about her you don't know, things that she kept from you."
Oh, enlighten me then, as I keep scrubbing the paws.
He's growling at him.
Now, my sister may play at being a hero as one of you adventurers, but I have a feeling that you and I both know that when the chips are down, when she is in a position where she has to choose between herself and any of you, she will choose herself without hesitation. Is that really someone you would like watching your back?
Well, I'd prefer to trust someone that I've actually spent time with than, rather than someone who actually like talks shit behind other people's backs. You dig?
You are an astute one for an automaton. I simply must know how it works. Do you have a soul?
That question violates my. I feel violated. Can I not answer?
Oh, I apologize. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. It's just that automatons are fairly rare and they keep to themselves in that small town up at the Diamond Coast. Rare is one that possess as much sapience as you. And your friend. What's his name? Zero, is it?
Yeah, he's my mentor. What about him?
I just find it fascinating. Both of you are Artificial, your constructs created, and yet you possess personality. You possess emotions beyond what other mortals might have. Now, is that evolution, or was that coded into you by your creator?
I would say that it's evolution of consciousness. You can read up about it. It's a thing.
Oh, I must look it up the next time I'm at the library then.
Yeah. And so, if you're done here, then can I go back to the cat?
Of course. Good talk. He holds out a hand to shake.
Okay. And I awkwardly shake his hands.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I knew it.
Oh shit.
And roll a d8 and minus that d8 to your saving throw.
Please, oh, you're cursed.
Why did I trust him? Okay, I rolled the d8 first. It's
Yeah,
a
roll
12.
Okay, so roll your wisdom save at -2.
Damn it. Okay.
I'm writing. Ah.
Okay, wait. Let me screenshot this just to prove that I'm not cheating.
It's okay. I trust you all.
Damn it.
What did you roll?
A 20, yeah.
Wait, you roll a 20?
No.
Roll 20.
Oh, I'm fucked.
What did you
What did
roll?
you roll? I can't
Oh,
see.
shit.
Oh,
I rolled a 10. I rolled a 10.
Okay. So as
Close
you
enough.
shake his hands and you look at his face and you know what? He's not that bad of a guy. Dominica is probably just jealous of him. You feel like this person, you jive with him. Like he can be trusted.
Oh.
I wish my cat can pick up on that.
Okay.
Does it not?
No, your cat did not pick up on this.
Oh fuck my gosh.
And he
But
and
but my familiar.
your
Oh,
your
familiar
your
though.
familiar is watching and it did not sense anything.
No,
No, please help me.
Plus in my.
And he goes, you know, now that I think about it, I kind of want to see you right in that. I've never seen it at work before. What do you say? And you have an overwhelming sense to do what he says.
He's charming.
Sure. And I walk away from the cat. And then I hop into the machine.
Ugh.
I hop into my Gundam.
Yep. And he
I
goes,
operate it.
you
Yeah.
know, Sven, I feel like I can trust you. I have a suspicion of late about what is occurring here at the Godsmoot. Can I trust you?
Yes.
I believe that the Godsmoot's been infiltrated by agents of the Deathless One. That they are here not to discuss of a way to kill him or to stop him, but to facilitate his arrival into this plane. I don't think they can be trusted, those inside the chamber now.
What would you suggest we do then?
Within this chamber, there is a lodestone. I'm sure it's been explained to you. It shackles the power of the gods within, but if destabilized, it could let off an arcane explosion that could incapacitate everyone inside the chamber. If that is done, you would be able to eliminate all enemies to Auris in one fell swoop, and I believe that your creation is able to do just that.
Wait. I was an idiot. I didn't listen to it because I was busy dancing and being a fool.
It's no matter. If you want to save your friends, if you want to save Auris, if you want to be a hero, it would do me a huge favor if you could destroy the lodestone at the center of the chamber.
Okay. So at this point, all my critical thinking is gone, right? So I
Yeah.
can only agree with
No,
it, right?
your critical thinking is with you. It's just that everything that Dominus is saying, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot argue with his logic.
Yes.
Make a
Where's my
perception check
cats?
for your snake, Atri.
Can my cat
can
do
you-
something as well?
Wait, can you see and hear through your
Yes.
is it willing, like, if you're you know how like let's say if you're hearing through your snake, your actual body, can it see and hear?
Okay, I can read. Oh, wait,
Because I think it's like willingly you have to like deliberately Jaeger your familiar in order to hear through it.
I think can't because how to say is it
Didn't your familiar try to talk to the dragon and you speak through it and
Yeah,
control through it,
correct.
and then before you get decimated?
Yeah, I can see through them.
Yeah, but I think you have to choose to do it.
There's a passive perception of 10 to help.
Oh, no. Unfortunately, the 10 will not help.
Oh,
I didn't
You,
know.
your snake currently is watching Dominus talking to Sven. But that's
Okay,
about it.
but apparently, it can magically turn invisible until it attacks or uses scare, or
Ah.
until the concentration ends.
Ah. Okay.
Apparently,
All right.
and I can scare apparently.
Interesting. But yeah, unfortunately your snake does not hear the conversation, and for now you are unaware until you hijack your familiar's mind in order to observe what's outside.
Okay, but I am not doing it right, or can I?
Yeah, you'll have to choose to do it. I think it takes like an action for you to look through your familiar senses.
Okay, I want to know what is going on in that chamber. Is it nothing, or is it just like
Okay, yeah,
very
yeah.
boring right now?
I'm actually about to go to the chamber, but I'm just
Okay.
I'm just handling what happened outside first.
Okay.
And then, now, this is very important, Sven. Do not do
Yes?
it now. Do it in 20 minutes.
Yes, that makes sense. Yes.
I knew I could trust you. Now, where are your other two friends that isn't in the chamber?
I believe they went towards the Felmir household.
Okay, not the Hellfirmers household. They've gone out to one of the bed chambers.
Yeah, but I'm an idiot.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Now, you are not, and you still have your wits. It's just that now Dominus is your best friend.
Yeah, but the thing is, I wasn't paying attention where they went.
Okay.
That's why I said I think.
Nah, it's okay. I'll find them myself. Now remember,
Alright.
it is imperative that you keep this between us. Wouldn't want to tip the enemy to our play.
Of course, Dominicus. Of course.
Good. And then he parts way with you. And Zero and Raikard, what are you two up to?
Enjoying the fluffy bed.
Okay.
Big king size bed. Hell yeah, extra XL bed.
All right. And Zero, what are you up to?
I guess I'm just watching him like sleep.
Yeah, I like watching you sleep.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Wait. So Raikard, are you actually full on asleep?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you hear a soft knock, Zero, against your door. And you turn towards the open doorway and you see Dominus and think, there you are. May I come in?
Say no. Say someone is sleeping.
Sorry, wait. I kind of lost a big connection there. What? Dominus was there then.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, I kind of lost connection there. Dominus knocked on the door and then.
Yeah, and he said, "Oh, there you are. May I come in? I have need to speak with you regarding something."
Yeah. And I look at Rika on the bed and I look at myself. This is going to be a bit awkward.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm sure you can fill in your friend once he wakes up.
wow. It's private space, my dude. Don't you? I mean, wow.
Actually, you know what? Since he's asleep, why don't you step outside?
Yeah, sure.
Of course. So, you're Zero, is it?
Yeah, that's me.
Pleasure to meet you. As you know, I am Dominus. I am Elvina's brother. I trust that she has told you about me, though I suppose none of them are flattering.
Bits and pieces, yeah.
Why are you here, Zero?
Why am I here?
I mean, these people, they are pious. They believe in their gods. But you are not of the gods. You were not created by them. You are created by mortal hands. Why should you care about the fate of the people that resides here?
That's an interesting moral conundrum. Give me some time to process it with my logical processors.
Of
Is
course.
there anything that I can roll?
I roll philosophy.
We have philosophy?
roll like a wisdom check. Actually, I mean, even if you roll it, it'll depend on your answer. Like,
Yes, wisdom save.
Close enough.
okay. So what do you say? How do
Oh
you
no, actually
respond?
it's -1. Sorry, it's 10.
Oh.
No, I'm just moving around. It's an interesting thought, yes, but the people that I spend time with, they've come to grow as my companions, as my friends. So I do have interest in this place. Yes,
So you have a stake in it.
I guess you could say that. Yeah.
How human? I have heard rumors that automatons, that at the moment of their creation, they cease being sapient, they gain will of their own. Will that was liberated when you and your friends attacked the Stratocracy and freed them. But you and your friend Sven, you seem to possess a level of sentience that not even others of your kind has. I find that interesting. Do you believe in God?
Do I believe in God?
Yeah, do you believe in gods? Of course, we know
Well-
that they exist, but it is belief in them that fuels their power. Do you believe in any of them?
Do I believe in them? Well, I mean, magic exists here, doesn't it? What else can we rely? What else can we believe? You know, a little faith helps.
Yes, but over the past 3 centuries, the gods have not shown themselves much. They have sundered themselves from the mortal realm, and all you can hear of them is through proxies and hosts, through prayers and visions and prophecies. They no longer walk among you. You should be able to be free to choose your own fate. You are not tied to the fate of these mortals. You are created differently, not bound by their destiny.
What is their destiny?
Who knows? To die? After all, that is the fate of all living flesh, isn't it? To die.
Yeah, and eventually my circuits will erode into inert nothingness. In a sense, I will die as well. Perhaps a bit longer than the humans, yes, but I will die.
Now, that is an interesting question. If you die, do you cease to exist? Or do you have a soul that will proceed to a higher realm?
Irrespective of whatever happens to my body, my physical body after I die, I do not believe my name will leave the lips of humans for centuries to come.
I suppose that is, in its own way, a form of immortality.
Can we come and chip into the conversation?
Oh, you're awake now?
Yeah, I want to chip in. I heard death, and that's something I have a certain expertise in. You see, I don't know your name, but you see, after you die, actually nothing exists. Based on personal experience, yes.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, you see, my friend. I have been dead like twice. I was like, resurrected twice. I can tell you for sure, man. Nothing happened in between.
Oh, that is interesting. You are Rykard, are you not?
Yes.
I have heard rumors that you are not of this land.
Oh yeah.
Fascinating.
I mean, I wasn't resurrected in my own land. I was fuck, whatever that thing is called.
Now that brings.
I was alive again in this land.
Now that brings another interesting conundrum, isn't it? Were you brought back to life in this land by sheer happenstance, or is it your destiny?
Yo, what?
Happenstance means coincidence.
Oh no. I mean, since you're alone, I can tell you. What is it called? Someone brought me back for some reason.
And what reason do you believe this to be?
I believe in who the reason whoever brought me back, of the person who brought me back.
Tarnished.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Any more death-related inquiries you have?
Oh no. I believe I have everything I need. And he puts a hand on your shoulder, Rykard, and your shoulder, Zero. I need both of you to make a wisdom save.
Can I say something first?
Yes?
I do still have the contingency thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes! Yes! Okay, before we get to that, Rykard, you roll your wisdom save first, and then roll a d8 and minus. And then we will get to what happens when... For you, Zero. Okay, so 20. Roll your d8. So bring it down to 18. Okay. So you, Rykard, as you are having this conversation, you feel a rapport with Dominus. Like, it feels like he gets you, like he understands what you've gone through, and you feel like he is someone to be trusted.
Okay.
And he is now your friend. And so for Zero, you
I'll roll first.
Does he need to roll?
no, I think your contingency is a counterspell, right? On anything
Yeah.
that
Affects me mentally, I guess.
that affects you mentally. Now the question is this considered a spell?
I have a +1 to all save. Can I like not stop trusting him?
No.
That means it's a 19 then, if that's a
Yeah.
+1.
Oh.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it stop him from? Does it stop me from trusting him?
No. The DC was 20.
Wow!
Unluck.
Yeah.
If it's a spell, I do have advantage on spells as well.
Okay. You know what? For the purpose, since this is a contingency, I don't want you to just, throw it aside. I will say, as he sort of like touches you, alarms instantly set off in your head as your contingency takes effect, and you feel, for a second, you almost feel like a tugging sensation within your mind towards Dominus, like almost like a whisper telling you to trust him. But then it just fades away, and as it fades away, you can see the smile on Dominus' face just fade away. Well, now this is interesting, is it? And
what?
He's just, well, now this is interesting.
Yeah, no, that's my reaction. So I just, what?
So he retracts his hands and goes, "You are an interesting one. Very interesting. Fascinating. Rykard, I believe your friend here to be a spy for the Deathless One."
The what one? Sorry, man. I'm not very. I don't study much.
He is an.
Never went to high school, bro.
I believe that he is a spy of the enemy. Take him down now.
Sorry, could you define spy again?
Come again?
Could you define spy?
Attack
What
him!
is a spy?
And
I mean,
inside your
just
head.
because it says so,
Yes.
sure.
All right, and we will get to that soon. Now we will go into what is occurring inside the meeting room.
Okay, I planned this before, but I forgot to mention. As soon as the Godsmeet starts,
Mm-hmm.
you said that there's 10 minutes for the Godsmeet start, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna drink my potion of advantage.
All right.
Let's do that.
All right.
Because like all this while, there has been like a secret feeling like, because in his mind, like, I feel like Destiny Carla's gonna attack us and ruin the Godsmeet. And I prepare everything. I'm gonna prepare plan.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's good to be paranoid. Like, even though your parents assured you that the power of the lodestone is safe enough to keep Orcus from spying on what you all are up to, you never know. So yeah, paranoia can benefit you in this situation.
Yeah.
And so all of you are inside the chamber. Laurelin is with you, Captain Sears, and all of the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The other 7 are here. And you can see the one that was introduced to you as the White Queen. She sort of like sits off in a corner and just watches. She doesn't really stand along the circle. Basically, all of them are gathered around the lodestone, sort of like standing in a circle. And the 4 of you, where are you positioning yourself?
I need to. First of all, where is the lodestone? I'm assuming it's not in the middle of the room. It's at the back of the room,
No,
right?
it's in the middle.
Ooh. Okay, that's different. Okay, let me picture it. I will guess. I'll put myself near the lodestone.
Okay, so you are part of the meeting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Where's my parents, first of all?
Your father is standing just by the double door.
Of course he is.
Your mom is standing near you, and your sister is sort of like patrolling around the room. I would say she's
Alright.
standing next to the White Queen.
Okay, then. Yeah, I'll stand next to mom.
All right. And what about the other three of you? Halbjorn, Atri, and Dominica. Where are you positioning yourself?
I would probably be like just ending like in the meeting, probably just like out the way.
Okay, so like just a bit outside of the ring that they form.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Dominica and Atri?
Hold on. Never mind. Dominica, you can start with something. Right.
All right, Dominica, where are you standing?
Is the meeting will going to stand or sit?
They are standing.
They are standing, so going to stand inside the circle then.
Okay. Are you like next to Adair or standing next to a specific individual?
No, nothing. No. Oh no, I'll be with Adir.
Okay. And Atri, where are you positioned?
I will be in the shadows behind everything.
Okay. So you are basically like very close to Adair's father. Both of you sort of like gives each other a look and just like he gives you a stoic nod.
So it's like not that near, right?
Yeah, I would say like
It's
maybe
just
like
far.
10, 15 feet away. Like he is standing in front of the door, and then towards his left there is a dark corner in the chamber, and you're just standing there in the dark.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just stand in the dark near Adir's father.
All right. And as you do, you can see one of the individuals standing around. You can see actually this is Captain Sears. So you know who she is. Well, this is certainly quite a gathering, isn't it? Been a while since I've seen many of your faces. And then as she says that, Ildan, the Ace of Armor, must you make a joke out of everything? Well, sorry, I was just trying to lighten the mood. You know, we're all only here in order to determine the fate of our world. And then Laurelin goes, please. We are all here for one common purpose. It doesn't matter whether you are demon, you are fae, or celestial. We are all here for one common goal, and that is to stop our enemy. And as she said that, you see the red dragonborn, Valkyries, and goes, yes, our enemy. An enemy against death. Tell me, child of the Silver One, where is your celestial god of death? Should he not be a part of this moot as this falls under his domain? Is the Athvin so weak that their own gods cannot come at the behest of their own people? And then Laurelin goes, it is because of this threat that Decatos cannot join us this day. He is preoccupied with holding back the tide. I will represent the Athvin, and that should be more than enough. We shall see. Well, what are we waiting for? Shall we call forth the gods then? And Laurel. Oh, yes.
Can I want to insight on the people near me, but I assuming that's not the case anymore.
Okay. I mean, you can roll the insight, and we'll apply it to the gods as well as they come into existence.
22.
All right. Oh yeah, you have advantage, right? Yeah, because of your potion of advantage. All right. So as
1 hour.
you watch, and all of you instantly feel like this surge of divine energy within this chamber as every single individual standing within this circle, they all just grow in stature and transform. And Laurelyn, of course, transform into Stella. You've met her before. And Sears turned into Nyros, who is about 10 feet tall, dark skin with blue swirling tattoos and a well sculpted body. He's like wearing just a tunic around his waist, and he has a pair of wings that is formed out of a permanent tidal wave that is like an endless torrent of sea, and the foam constantly falls and dissipates before it hits the ground. Gengrish turns into this tall, rust-skinned humanoid creature with elongated proportions, horns that come out from his forehead, black sunken pits for eyes, and a jagged slash for a mouth, and fingers that end in sharp points, and he has a tail with an arrow tip. Valkyries the Dragonborn transformed into this really tall 12-foot woman with red eyes and white hair, and a tiara of various gems. Her right hand is a black scaled claw, her left hand is a green claw, and she has blue scales that frame her face and neck. And she is dressed in this elaborate dress with golden metallic ribs. Ildan, the ASMR man with yellow eyes, turned into a monstrosity with two heads, each one resembling like a form of simian, like a type of monkey with slavering teeth, round yellow eyes, and both of his hands ends in like twin tentacles, and he has the upper part of his body is reptilian, and the lower part is the upper part is mammalian, and the lower part is reptilian. And this creature just when it transforms, it just and the saliva begins to drip from his mouth. The elven woman turns into this tall, regal man with receding white hair, golden eyes, and white beard and lined eyes, wearing white robes with really exaggerated pointed ears. The purple-skinned tiefling man turned into a tall, humanoid being with a bull's head and a bovine lower body, with coarse hair covering over his chest and back, and a pair of horns that curve down and then outward. The woman in the veil, this ASMR woman, turned into this tall woman with long white hair, extremely pale skin, and black eyes, and wearing this very simple black dress. And with your insight check, Adair, you sense definitely conflicting information from all of the individuals here. Like everyone is here for their own purpose, but you gather also that none of them seems like they're going to backstab you. Like they're all here for a common purpose. And or rather they're all here to stop Orcus. Not some of them to save the world, some of them for an ulterior motive. You do not know what this motive is, but at this point you feel that maybe the end goal justifies the means for you. It's up to you how you want to interpret that.
Okay, so not because what I'm trying to do is trying to suss out the agents or the sleeper agents basically, but so far okay.
Yeah.
Or somebody that will backstab me.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's
Yeah. And as this summer, and you feel the sort of like the surge of divine energy wash over you, a ping happened to your senses
what is that thing?
from your detect portal.
Where?
A soft pulse far somewhere to your right.
No.
Past, it goes beyond, so you're in your circular chamber off, and you know that behind this walls there is a sort of like stretch of forest before the land begins to roll up into a small cliff.
Mm-hmm.
And you sense something ping over there in that direction.
So it's not at the Godsmoot where it's happening. It's just far off, very far off.
No, it's
where
not
it
far
is.
off. It is actually quite close. I would say maybe 500 feet away.
I mean, I did ask my cat to patrol.
Yes.
So if anything,
Yeah, it's not your cat's not sensing anything. But yeah, I mean,
Okay.
this sensation isn't like malicious to you. It's just like the same sense that you would feel when a portal exists, but it's a bit different. This one, there is almost an edge to it that you can't quite place. It doesn't feel threatening, but you don't know what it is.
okay. As long as it's not the portal not the portal that I sensed back at Zelska's lair. So okay, all right, got it. And we still today don't really cross this portal. We're not 500 miles away from us.
500 feet, not miles.
500 feet. 500 feet away from us. It's not malicious, but just a heads up. I think something's coming up from that portal.
And it pings again. The sense. And you can almost hear a song in your head.
I don't recognize the song.
It's not a song of words, it's a song of emotions, of feeling. You can't really tell what it is. It's almost inquisitive and it's reaching out, and for some reason it has latched onto you, perhaps because of your senses, and it seems to be tugging in your mind.
Do what?
Almost like it's asking you to come. Like a tugging sensation, like it's telling you to go.
I whispered both to my mom and Lady Dominica, I need to go check it out. Something's not right.
Are you okay?
And
Your mom says.
Damn it! The items are attuned to me. Well, I can't use. Yeah, okay, fine. I can't use both my horn and my Sylvaskar, so I'm deploying my broom and go.
All right.
Go.
As you fly away, all of the other gods are like just turn towards you for a second, and then look at your mom. Okay. He needs to use the little men's room.
Hey, that's mom. Gee.
And then they turn back towards the meeting and goes, all right. The slavering, the Sibyllin beast goes, so you have summoned all of us here now. What plans have you to take down the Deathless One? And then, as it says that, the Herald of the Hells, the devilish-looking creature goes, if I may, as the Herald of the Hells, I have a proposition that I believe can serve all of us most interestingly. And then Stella goes, proceed. Far off to the west, there once was a ritual, a creation of deification. Now, this creation was foiled by the adventurers there, but I believe its application can be used here. And then you can see the mother of spiders goes, explain. And the herald says, we all know that the Deathless One is fueled by souls, and that is what gives him his power. What if we can cut off that power? There is an entity known throughout the multiverse known as the Atropal, the desiccated corpse of a god malformed. With this ritual from the West, I believe we can manufacture a religion centered around a false god, and the collective belief and worship of these false worshippers can manifest a god into existence. But if we were to end its worship, this false god will develop half-formed and die. And we can then use its corpse to create an Atropal and harness its soul-devouring abilities to starve the Deathless One of souls in order to defeat him without even needing to lay a hand on him. Starve him in his own realm without sacrifice to any of us, and we can end this war before it even begins. And Oberon goes, you said to end the worship. How so? Why, to kill them, of course. You create a false religion with false worshippers. You feed them lies of this religion. They believe in it. They bring the god to life. And then you, in one fell swoop, you kill off all of these worshippers and starve this new god of its power. And we will have our weapons. And what guarantee do you have it will succeed? The Dark Dragon Queen says. And then Nyros goes, we are not entertaining mass genocide in order to defeat this god. The Deathless Ones thrive off of genocide. We are trying to prevent just that. Fighting death with death is not the way. And what other means do you have, if I may ask, to defeat our enemy? And the conversation sort of like goes on like this for a bit. Like, oh, what for the three of you that is inside this room, what are you all thinking of at this point as the mood proceeds? Like, we'll start with Dominica since you are closest.
Ah, um, I'm currently trying to assess the situation of getting all of it. The prospects of of creating a religion with gods doesn't seem authentic to me.
Interesting.
When we have the gods of here. I mean they are in slumbers, but the prospect of it of having a fake gods to somewhat to night it's there's a narrative. It's not my mind that right.
All right.
Yeah. Outside, I was like, listen attentively, like, but
Okay. And Halbjorn, what is going through your head as this is happening?
Halbjon is probably just looking at all these like supposed gods, right? And like they're supposed to be able to like do anything, you know, with the power of magic, but yet they can't solve a simple problem of killing another god. So he finds it a little bit just like stupid and ironic. He's just laughing at the stupidity of it all.
Very in character. And
Yep.
and Atri, what are you thinking at this current moment?
I guess.
Oh, you are suddenly very robotic and loud.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you are a bit distorted.
Yeah, something is not right with my connection.
It's okay. It happens. All right. So what is going through Atri's head right now?
So A3 is like thinking. A3 is just listening to them and then got drifted away because she knows that when the gods commune, it will take some time. So she kind of like go back to summon, like to how to say, how do I put it in my words? My brain is not functioning. Basically, she channel herself back to the familiar.
Okay. And as you channel back into your familiar, you look through its eyes and you can see that your familiar is actually moving quite quickly, darting from branches to branches, following Sven in his mech that is marching somewhere.
Do I is it weird that he's moving? So I sense that it is out of the ordinary.
And as you sense that, you, Dominica, and Haba, you all begin to hear. And then you can hear Kira goes, "What is that noise?" And he turns. As he sort of like turns, the double door slams and Kira gets smacked by one of the walls, by one of the door, and he went instant flying. And Sven, you are now inside the chamber. The lodestone is right in front of you. What do you do?
Has it been 20 minutes yet?
Yes.
Oh Lord, it's been 20 minutes.
Okay. So I begin the self-destruct protocol.
You begin the self-destruct protocol.
Wait, no, I can't do that. You need 2 people.
Yes.
You guys are saved for today.
Yeah, I mean, you can punch.
Okay,
Alright, so you charge at the lodestone.
Yeah, I charge at the lodestone
Okay.
with my my mighty servant.
Alright, so as you
I
sort of
ram
like,
into it.
as you smash through it, you can see Stella's like turns. What is going on? Oh, and Dominica, you were saying something?
where is Is Sven's charging right now?
Yeah, he smashed through the door, and he's just storming straight towards the center of this chamber. Boom, 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 boom.
And did I sense something like is he doing something bad right now?
I mean, he is charging straight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
just wanted to know only.
All right.
I mean, you can roll.
Oh,
I
in
mean,
that
you can
case,
roll something.
in that case, I'm very sorry, Sven. I'm very, very sorry. I'll going to cast banishment on you.
Thank God.
Banishment.
Oh,
But I was just following what
his
your
mecha is
brother said.
his mecha is immune.
Yeah, my mecha is immune.
You release the spell. You cast it back. You see it gather around it, and then, boom! Sven's mech as he's charging just seems to tear through your spell as you cast it, and he sort of like storms past, and he sort of like brushes aside. And remember, while the gods are inside this chamber within the effect of this lowstone, they have no magic. So, so Sven is able to just knock them aside, and he reaches back with one fist, and then and one fist smashes into the lowstone, and you hear a and then you can see begins to glow as the crack begins to widen, and then you can hear Stella goes, "Everyone run!" And everyone begins to scatter, and then and Sven, inside your head, you're thinking to yourself, "I've done it. I've saved them all."
Oh shit!
Like the rage.
The lowstone explodes, and we will deal with the aftermath later as we go to Adair for our final scene of this session.
Oh,
You fly,
Lord.
and eventually the sensation grows louder. This song in your head, whispering, and the tune, a melody that it feels familiar, but like at the edge of your mind, but you can't place it. And eventually you land yourself inside this small little meadow by the foot of the cliff where this song is pulling you to. What do you do?
I mean, I follow the voice. Did I see anything in the clearing?
Just trees and grass, and as you walk, the ground begins to slope, becoming ever more and more rocky as you walk.
I mean, if it gets too hard hard terrain, I always have the broom.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's like the ground just becomes stones, but it is still relatively smooth enough for you, even enough for you to walk.
But the problem is, I know for a fact that I am chasing against time, so
Yeah.
I'm not here to walk. I'm here to
Okay.
on the broom,
Okay.
right on the broom, chasing that voice.
All right.
Like
You You
yeah,
fly.
eventually.
You arrive at sort of like the base of this hill. It has 2 feet stretching out from it. You land at the crevice where these 2 feet meet at the base of this hill, and you look before you and you can see the smooth wall covered in moss and grass and flowers and wild herbs scattered throughout, and it seems to be pulsing from behind this wall face.
Mhm.
And you get closer, and it becomes stronger. And as you're this close, it feels like the song, it doesn't feel like it's calling to you anymore. It almost feels like something innate, something passive that is just emanating outward. And the reason you hear it and why it tugs at you is simply because you possess the capability to sense it to begin with.
Mhm.
You get closer and closer towards the wall, it gets louder and louder. And you now stand before this hill face, and it is emanating from somewhere behind it. What do you do?
So I cannot go closer to the thing, right?
Yeah, currently
So-
it's like just a smooth rock. There is no hole or crevasse or anything like that.
I cannot teleport it in, can I?
Mm. I mean, you can feel around for a secret entrance or a cave.
Yeah, I gotta feel around something, and
Alright.
because I want to get to that voice as soon as possible.
Alright. And so as you're
Because not only is sparking my curiosity, but I'm also running out of time.
and so as you're looking around, you sort of like look around, you don't see anything, and then you place one hand on it, and as soon as your hand touches onto the wall, you feel a surge of something goes through your body, your eyes widen, your mind expands and fills with so much noise, and instantly your visions go black.
Okay.
you don't feel your body fall onto the ground. And then your eyes open, and all around you is blackness.
Okay, that's kind of sus. All right.
And,
Yeah. Okay.
and you look around, and then you see out the corner of your eye a faint purple glow. And you turn towards it, and you see a wispy orb, purple orb levitating in front of your face. And you hear a voice, layered, a feminine voice inside your head that goes, "Hello. How curious." And we're gonna end this session right here. All right.
All right.
Thank you everyone for attending this session. I know it went on a bit longer than usual, but I have a lot of stuff to set up this game.
It's over, guys. Good luck.
Nah, I'm sure things will be fine. You know?
No, it's not. I'm crying. We're dead.
Everyone's dead.
Everyone's
It's
dead.
over.
We shall find out in the
In the
finale of Age of Titans. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you my players for playing this game, I suppose. All right. Bye everyone.
Good night.
I
Bye.
Bye.